I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
What's going on, FM fam? How's everybody's Friday going? Oh, can I get a mic check first, though? Y'all know we got to do that mic check. Make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yes? No? Maybe so? Who's down at the bottom? M. Leisure. We mic check all good? We good? Can y'all hear me? Happy Friday, FM fam. What's going on, Wrenchin? Hey, Quint Grant. Sounds good. Appreciate you, Dave. What are we talking about? Guys, if y'all know anything about this hybrid stuff, y'all may need to help me out because hold up. Green screen problems. All right. Y'all might need to help me out because lots happened since I went to this class. So I might have a little troubles regurgitating this stuff. But hopefully I could remember some. All I know is hybrid uses an engine to generate electricity to move the vehicle up until a certain speed. Still using gasoline, so we get our petrol engines still versus having a freaking close to 1,000-pound battery underneath us. Positionings under the seat, center console, in the trunk, under the, let me see, where is it in some of the crossovers? What's that? The luggage compartment underneath that, like where the spare tire would go. Some you plug in, some you don't need to plug in. Like I said, it uses the engine to power up the battery, to charge the battery, and vice versa. It has clutches in it, guys. Did y'all know that? There's 2 separate clutches. There's a clutch between the engine and a clutch between, well, I think on the output side of it, towards the end of the transmission. Now, my question is, why aren't we just running fully off of the motor, not the engine? So here I have to be specific, engine and motor, because they are 2 different things and it has both. So, or why not a motor assist, right? Like some of the newer hybrid supercars, right? They use, if it's a rear-wheel drive, it uses front motors and vice versa, right? So what I learned is Nissan also has a rear-wheel drive hybrid. Yeah, pretty crazy, pretty insane. Smaller engine. Well, not on the rear-wheel drive one. It's a V6, but Um, Nevertheless, I mean, let me see, on the V6, it actually adds power to the vehicle. So when you romp on it, when you step on it, it's using both the engine and motor. Still got to use the transmission though for gear reduction. But I don't know. I might be becoming a fan of hybrid once I went through the course, once I went through the class. Like I said, we get to keep our gasoline engines. Now, is that going to be forever? Of course not. I mean, it's like, why aren't they pushing hybrids more than going full EV? I don't understand that. Like a train. I saw something like a train, like a train. Yes, like a train. Exactly. Now, I thought it was just Chevrolet that used the engine as a generator and vice versa. So, I mean, the electric motor, the motor starts up the engine. Crazy, right? And it has some dampening stuff in there. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Yes, it's still high voltage. Some of them aren't as high voltage as a full EV. A full EV could be 6, 7, 800 volts, right? I don't know if it's 800 really, but Nissan uses a battery pack that's about 140 to 160 volts, and then some of them can go as high as 300 volts. But they're smaller. They're probably the size of a suitcase. So it's a fairly smaller battery, less lithium ions to be mined. Still don't know what to do with them. Last time we talked about EVs, like a month ago, we were hearing something about there's a company trying to recycle these batteries or something like that, up to 50 or 60% of the battery. How true that is, I have no idea. But yeah, I think hybrid I think that should be the next step forward. Now, check this. What if we do run the engine off of hydrogen? Okay, run the engine off of hydrogen. That way we're not polluting as much. And, because the byproduct is water, right? Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because this is a topic up for discussion. No, not something we're going to argue on or this and that is true, because I'm fresh on this subject. What else? What else did I learn? Man, and okay, so normally smaller engine, right? Smaller engine. We got a 2.5 liter in our Pathfinder, right? So 2.5 liter in the Pathfinder, and it uses some electric motors, some vibrators, if you will, to cancel any engine vibrations. And that thing is like glass, smooth as glass. I was so amazed. You see, some of them can get up to like 30, 40 mile an hour before the ice turns on, the internal combustion engine fires up. We're seeing better fuel economy with them, 40, 50 miles to the gallon. I know I have a cousin that has a RAV4, and man, she could go like 600 or 700 miles on a tank. That is insane. But of course, that's going to starve the gas industry, and we can't have that. And that's the thing with EVs. If we go full EV, we're going to starve the gas companies, right? They rule the world. I mean, it's no secret about it. And what I'm hearing also is, these little Tesla charging stations and stuff. I heard that they're not even running off grid sometimes. They're using a diesel generator in ground or away from the chargers in secret, right? Out of sight, out of mind, to power up these charging stations. If you ask me, that's some I don't know. They're just trying to make us think that we're going fully green. No, we're still polluting even with the full EVs. I mean, we're not. Where do we get our energy from? Coal. What's that other thing called? Nuclear power plants. If we could go full solar or wind, that'd be ideal, but has to be in a windy spot and in a place that gets a lot of sun. So Yeah, let me know. Any of y'all have any experience with hybrid? I've never worked on a hybrid vehicle unless I was either changing the oil or uh doing a couple tire rotation and balances and stuff like that. Yeah, we're still not gonna see brakes as much because it still uses regenerative braking. Um, so brake fluid's not getting, the heat cycles ain't going through as much, and uh yeah, it's crazy. So let's get into it. Let's get into the chat. Let me see. We got not Fluffy. I'm Fluffy. We got Wrench Mafia. We got Shannon Dickinson. We got Justin Smith up in the building. We got Quick Wrench. We got who else? M Leisure. What's going on, M Leisure? Peter always coming through. I appreciate y'all. Let me see who else. And guys, we got the member giveaway going on next Friday, right? Next Friday. Yeah, we're gonna do it next Friday. Lakes Automotive. What's going on, Lakes? Out there, man. Lakes went to go see Cletus again. Lakes, it, had stuff going on this past week or last week, and I thought about this after, man. I could have cash apped you something, give me something from Cletus. I totally forgot. I would have just been like, please, Lakes. You got Frosty up in here. What's going on, Frosty? Let's see who else. All right, I think that's all for the members so far. If I missed anybody, I am sorry. Did I call out Supra? Yeah, Supra. Supra's not green. Wait, yeah. I'm tripping because you're a different color on the other screen. I know I seen you up in here though. So let's get into the chat. Fluffy, Wrenchin, you coming on tonight? Dude, Wrenchin, you have more experience in EV and hybrid than I do. Like I said, I barely got certified. And go figure, I ended up touching the EV vehicle. I had some shorts that I was going to put together before this, but then I had some more interesting stuff to release today. So I was like, damn. And we could have talked about those, but it was just a recall on a battery, some grounding straps. What's up, Fluff? What's going on, TBSS? Happy Friday for sure. Oh, there's Supra. What's up, FM fam? What's going on, Supra? Shannon, good evening, guys. Hey, Shannon, you working tonight? What's up, y'all? Been a whole first time being off on a Saturday, a very long time. Justin, how's that? How is your employment search going? Because I know last time we talked, you were looking into Dodge, and then you were looking into another shop. So how's that going, Sergio? What's going on, Sergio? I see you up in here, my boy. Excuse me, guys. Shannon hitting it with the emojis. I need to work on some more. What's up, all? What's going on, Quick Wrench? How's everyone been? This past week has been better. Let's not get into that. This song slaps. That intro though, right? Man, yeah, I'd like to do another intro. But DLC, he'd be busy too. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens further on down the pipeline. Hey Justin, hey Dave, hi Shannon. Y'all got talking to each other. That's what's up. No, it's been a while since everybody's been in the same room, right? And Fluffy done took a long vacation. Oh yeah, what's going on, Barry? Barry, let me see what, dude. Some new recall, man. Oh my goodness. Hi Shannon. Leisure and Dave. Hope y'all been well. Hola, what's going on, Kev? What's going on, Kevin? Kevin, you dare to touch any of this hybrid stuff outside of, because I know you're mobile. So you dare to touch any of that? Y'all independents, y'all dare to touch any hybrid stuff? Been good here. Hey, Justin Shannon. Let me see. Hello, everyone. What's going on, Peter? How you doing? Hey, Justin, been doing good. Happy Friday, FM family. Hey, Quick Wrench. Sounds good. Appreciate you. I've been really busy, but so glad that I'm having Saturday off besides for the holiday. Hey, Justin, how's your truck doing? You loving it so far? Well, you've had it for what, a month, 2 months maybe? Sounding good. Thank you, Shannon. Can't hear good. Appreciate you, Kevin. Loud and clear. Hey, mic check. Came in good. Hybrids and y'all. Lately, when we do the streams, I've been restarting my computer right before we start. So yeah, hopefully we're good now. Hybrids and electric, I don't deal with. Y'all know Justin likes his older vehicles, but I mean, the gasoline engines are going to be extinct, not extinct, but they're going to be a thing of the past very, very soon. Like a train, definitely like a train. Although we're not smoking like a train, so I guess that's good. Yes, hybrid had an electric motor cell in them, but it's very limited on range before it goes to gas powered. Yes, very true, very true. But if we could charge and drive at the same time, no, you can't do that. I mean, no. Maybe have 2 generators in there. Yeah, maybe yeah, like I said, have a generator hooked to the ice, and then whatever, if it's front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, then you put your motors there. Man of the evening, the Nissan King Tech, the one in. Hey, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I ain't gonna say I'm the king, man. There's a lot more people that are better with Nissans than I am. I just work on them. I get certified. I work on them. Nissan still makes the next right fluffy. What do you mean, Justin? They make the next right fluff. What do you mean? Fluff dog lakes. Cost factor to do electric motor assist. The cost would be way too much for average Nissan. For a Porsche, it's acceptable. So you think the motors themselves? Oh, cost factor to do electric motor assist. You think so? I mean, Nissan puts a lot of what's it called? Research and development, R&D. They put a lot of. I mean, we wait till other people try stuff out and then we latch on, but they have their fair share of tech. NSX. Oh. No, Nissan. No, that was Acura. Acura NSX, right? That was Acura. Like the Corvette E-Ray. I don't know how that one works. I do not know how that one works. I know Nissan teamed up with Toyota to do the Altima back in 2010, 2008 through 2010, something like that. So based off of Toyota, I know we do something a little similar. YE. What's YE? Sam Strothers. Happy Friday, everyone. Hi, Lakes. Who works tomorrow? Anybody work tomorrow? I work tomorrow. Y'all know I'm trying to cut this stream off at the maybe 2.5 hour mark. Hey, Lakes. What about propane? Can we run off propane? I know we can run off propane, but is it worth it? Is it? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I love high voltage vehicles. They pay me 2 hours just to. Holy crap! Let me ask you something, Wrenching. Do you glove up every time you touch one of those? They make hydrogen trucks like big trucks, but I personally don't know if it's just as safe as propane. I don't know. I don't know. Hydrogen can be a little scary sometimes. HHO is out there. That tech has been around since the 70s. It's been snuffed out due to loss of money from big tech, gas, and government. Hydrogen is good, but still not for long distance. So what are the cons of hydrogen? I mean, we're gonna have to use a lot more to do the same, right? But if we could keep the engine running at a same speed, or just bump it up a little bit, like a freaking generator, depending on the load, I mean, I think we could be all right. Especially if it's city cruising. Long distance, we'll be running off of the internal combustion more. Or hell, why not just, depending on how much battery voltage there is, run off of the EV motor, and then once the voltage goes low enough, then you turn the internal combustion back on, power up the battery, and just go back and forth. It might feel a little funky, while you're driving. Might feel like some shift shock or something, but I think it's possible. What's going on, Frosty? How you doing, brother? Hey, Frosty. I like that emoji. Oh, I see some turquoise down there. Let me hit it right quick. I see a donation. Fluffy, what's up? Thank you for the $5 donation, DLC. Appreciate you. I know it's been a long time, guys. I feel like it's been forever. And I don't know if y'all were able to tell last stream. My mood was a little low still, but I'm good now. We in here. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Have you seen the new Le Mans hybrid cars? They sound like a spaceship. No, I haven't. New Le Mans. No, I have not. I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna look into that. Hey, brother, Frosty, how you doing, bro? How's your new gig? Toyota makes a hydrogen vehicle, but filling with hydrogen is expensive. What is it per litre? Do they charge by liter or do they charge by a gallon? They're not secret here in Indy. They have a big generator right behind the chargers. Oh, imagine you're fueling up your battery, right? I'm just gonna call that fuel up your battery. You just have a freaking diesel generator right there. Just oh my god. How often are those? How much gas? How much fuel do they need to run a day? Also, it depends on how many people are needing their vehicles charged up. That's crazy. I had a 96 Dodge Neon 5-speed, would get 35 miles to the gallon. I put an HHO. That's a little hydrogen conversion deal, right? System. It went 59 mpgs until the water got used up and burned the conductor plates and had to make a new one, but it worked. So you used a mason jar with some popsicle sticks and some copper wiring. Oh. What's up, Frank? How you doing? Coal powers most power plants. That's funny. I have changed the hybrid batteries in a couple. Oh, have you? How do you feel about that? Do you glove up? You know, put them freaking gloves that you can't even put a bolt on with. I don't know. It's a little silly, right? It's always silly until somebody gets hurt. But I think as long as the battery's disconnected, we should be fine, right? I'd love to. All right, Wrenchin, we're gonna start bringing people on here in a few minutes. Let me try to hammer through these comments because y'all know I am not the best when we have a panel full and I'm trying to get to the comments. I would come on. All right, Justin. Y'all, you know what? If you're trying to come on, go ahead and hit that email. All right, that way I'm not trying to it's called trying to run through everybody and try to find emails and stuff. How bad of a job is that? I would love to jump on in the stream today. All right, Wrenchin, we're gonna bring you on. Hey, put that ski mask on though, you know, so nobody sees. I'll come on as well. All right, Kevin, for sure, not bad at all. Lakes, you gonna come on? I want to hear your experience with them. Once you know how to disconnect high voltage, yeah, you should be good. Everyone, what's going on, Sergio? How you doing, brother? Sergio, I know you deal with high voltage all the time. What do you deal with? 220, 440, something like that, right? I've seen Penske install solar panels on top of their OTR so much. Really? What? That's funny. Hey, Quick Wrench, hey, Lakes. Have you heard? No, I have not. Who is that, Frank? No, I'm actually. Oh, must be nice. Okay. Yeah, you see, I'm right here working. Lakes hitting it with a wave. Let me see. Once you learn how to disconnect, the system is safe. Yes. They don't even want us to touch the system until all the capacitors are discharged and stuff below 5 volts. Yes, they're safe to work on. It should be safe to work on, right? And you start busting over open batteries and no, thank you. I don't want to do that. How do y'all? Uncle Mark, how's it going, Uncle Mark? How you doing? I make too much at my current place, so I'm dealing with that. What? Did they give you a pay increase? You're still doing the fleet stuff? So I'm dealing with what I'm doing. And if at worst, I'll take my own education. Okay, I got you. Just pull the orange plug. Boom. Lick your fingers first, right? Don't do that, guys. When you're gonna do more on pressure transducers. Wait, he was doing Wrenching, you know about pressure transducers? Oh shit, hold up. I love your tools, Fluffy, your Matco drills, mommy, daddy, and baby. Yeah, I got the whole family. What up, Dad's Garage? How you doing? I stay away from a lot of hybrid stuff. I have not been trained. Oh, yeah. If you haven't been trained, oof, yeah, I advise. Yeah, don't. I'm scared and I'm trained on it. I've been trained up on EV. I got trained up on EV before I got hybrid. Ass backwards. Don't ask why. But yeah, it scares the shit out of me still. Let me see. Watching that beard just makes me go, one day I'll have a beard like, nah, man, this thing is so scrubby and I don't even take care of it. You know, it's always getting tangled up. Yeah, nah. I'm just not trying to be baby face, you know. Nando, what's going on, Nando? Are you a BMW? Is that what that is? A red, white, and blue? Yeah, you got a channel, Nando? I've done it a lot on Toyota Prius. Ooh, that is yeah, man. Toyota just, they put everybody to shame with their hybrids. Rumor has it the new Switchblade is cringe. Oh, 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 oh. I heard about it. I wasn't at the dealer. I came back and I was like, wait, what? We're doing what now? Oh, okay, whatever. EVs, hybrids. What about hydrogens? Mention hydrogen. You know, should we be running the ICE internal combustion engine off hydrogen to charge up that, get that generator spinning and charge up the batteries? I love my truck. I got it in May. Oh, damn, it's already been that long. Guys, I made my comeback to YouTube a little over a year ago. It's already been a year. Crazy, right? We've been doing the streams consistently for a year. I worked on hybrids as an independent years ago, attended the related training classes for multiple makes and models of hybrid and EV. So they offer courses out there for hybrid training. Interesting. That is cool. Now working for GM, so I do a lot of hybrid. Dad's Garage, what's y'all's lineup on the hybrids? I know with Nissan North America, we have a few. We have the Rogue, we have equivalent to the Pathfinder, we have the Pathfinder, we have equivalent to like the 350Z, 370, QX60, I want to say, or QX50, something like that. No big vehicles though. We don't have the Armada or Titan, which if they could do a V6 tied into a hybrid, why can't they do V8 tied into hybrid? You know, I think that would be good for towing, getting the, you got them heavy loads, start off with the EV engine or the EV motor and get that thing rolling and then turn on the internal combustion engine. I've worked on hybrids, just don't really deal with them. Yeah, really. We need to hit that like button. Yes, please. We got 27 viewers up in here, 13 likes. Let's get that up a little bit. Have you ever experienced an engine exploding or gone wrong? I have not. I'm not gonna say I would love to throw a rod. You get a vehicle that comes in knocking its ass off and just happens to throw a rod while you're pulling it in, but because it'd make for the experience. But then, I shouldn't say it, but it's gonna need an engine anyways, right? It needs an engine anyways. Done deal. What you talking about, Lakes? Done deal. You trying to come out? Oh, you messaged me? Or okay, I got a couple. Oh shit. The Porsche 998 has generators to each wheel, so it's possible to do charging while driving. That's what I was. Yeah, hell yeah. I think guys, I think this is the way we should go. They got sports cars out there doing this stuff. What does NSX stand for? I have no idea. Nitrous Express? No, that's the NX, right? 27 watching, only 12 likes. Smack that like button. We got 16 up here. All right. I just hit the like. Appreciate you, Shannon. Frank, it's the same. Oh, it's just the name of the car. But is it an acronym for something? Hydrogen. Let's do hydrogen. Current laws of physics will not allow you to have a big enough or strong enough generator to charge up a battery while driving and be efficient. The weight would be more The weight would be more, therefore more power needed. Yeah. But I mean, guys, just look at how much technology has advanced in the past, I don't know, decade. Propane and natural gas are good options, but they claim it's not renewable, still a fossil fuel and a byproduct of gasoline production. I mean, I don't want to stop gasoline production in its entirety. You know? I think just slow it down a little bit. But let the consumers control it, right? Rather than let's not get into that. Hydrogen, same thing as EV. You would need stations to fill up compressed hydrogen for cars. Still an infrastructure issue. Now I know hydrogen, it don't have the oomph that gasoline does. It's not as volatile, right? The Everybody who's driven a company hydrogen vehicle, they always complain of how it's not ballsy. It doesn't have the get up and go. Nothing as good as ice. That is very true. E-fuel. That is very true. Rusted ice. Internal combustion engine. Yep. Elbow cop. What up, cuz? What up? It's crazy. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know if you're still up in here. It's crazy was driving around a hydrogen cab over. Just started as a lube tech. Gonzalo Zunega. Gonzalo. Okay. Just started as a lube tech at Nissan about 4 months ago. Back at school to get my smog license. Any advice? If you're really trying to do this, like for real, if you're trying to be a tech, dude, don't slack on your training. Don't slack on production. Just be the best you can be. All right. And don't go crazy. You're gonna see guys getting Snap-on boxes, Matco boxes, Cornwall boxes, Mac boxes. Just don't focus on that. Focus on getting your tools. Focus on getting your training, and focus on just bettering yourself. Learn from everybody. Watch. That's the best thing you can do. If there's nothing to do, like we're coming up, we're coming up into the fall, into the winter. Hell, go over to one of the guys that you see busting out work and just shadow them. Don't ask too many questions, because we're still trying to work, but at the same time, try to get a little bit of information. Internal combustion engine ice. Yes, Frosty is damn tired as usual. Oh, yeah, man, you do a lot. You do a lot, bro. I found an article say from quarter tank they spend 40 to 50. So what is that? What is that? Are they doing liters, or how much is hydrogen? Okay, just not used to people making it. Yeah, everybody throws around that ICE acronym. A diesel generator running at a constant speed and load to run a charging station is more economical and emissions friendly than a diesel powered vehicle. Yeah, I get you. I get that. Because we're on those diesels. What's the highest RPM you've seen a diesel run at? I don't know. I'm gonna go off of a big rig, 2,500, 3K, versus maybe 1,000, just stagnant and just chilling. Average cost is 15 per kilo. Oh, they charge by weight. $15 per kilogram. Just started as a lube tech. Oh, Gonzalo, I read that. I read it. We quit doing them about 2 years ago. I gloved up first couple, but once I got used to them, I was just careful. Hey, yeah, don't touch both the terminals at once. Just started at a lube tech. Were your comments not coming through, Gonzalo? I know YouTube be acting up sometimes. I worked for GM on hybrids, never gloved up. Did you ever have like those safety shoes, the hybrid shoes, or not hybrid? What are those shoes called? I know y'all know what I'm talking about. electrical safety shoes or something like that, or rubber mats that you stand on, so you don't turn into a fried chicken. Started as what the hell was going on, Gonzalo? New job is a trip. Aircraft are different animal altogether. Thinking seriously about moving to a chipper company. Big green body disposals. Oh, body disposals. I like how you put that. No, only glove up in class. I, I mean, yeah, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know what you're doing. I'm not gonna advise anybody not to glove up. Just be prepared for a nice shock. That's how I say it. Has YouTube updated my membership status? I don't know. Comment again. See, Supra. Yes, it shows. It's there. Yeah, you good. You good, Supra. Uh, okay. I don't glove up on anything, even if it's batteries are smelling like cooked eggs. Yeah, I don't glove up on regular batteries. Only if it's smoking for. Oh God, man! If it's smoking, I'm parking the car outside, and I'm not get hazmat out here. I am not dealing with this. Now it's about time. Now it is about time for what? Oh man, oh shoot. I only got 2 emails so far. Sent email. Kevin, I have a freaking long list of emails in this. So yeah, you're gonna have to email me to then I spend too much time trying to find everybody's email address. So you're scared of radiator draining? Nah, I'm no. On YouTube short. No, it wasn't okay. On that short, it was because that spout was already leaking. Now, backstory is y'all saw that the radiator support had already been replaced. Well, this vehicle was in an accident and they didn't replace the radiator for some reason. So that radiator probably cracked around that spout. And yeah, so that customer is going to take it back to the body shop and they're going to sublet it. Sublet? No. What's it called when you add on from a previous insurance claim? Yeah, they're going to do something. Yeah, so it should be covered. Frank, radiator draining is easy. Just don't be under it when it's hot. Nah, it's from a short, Justin. I attend many Napa auto care training classes, all free to me. That's what's up. That's garage. Damn. Makes it a bit more sticky for me. When it's hot, one my alignment machine internal battery blew up when I was near. It was a loud pop. Your alignment machine internal battery? What the hell was a loud pop and machine start? Oh, what the hell? Your alignment machine is ran off battery? You're talking about the lift? Many of the part stores put on free classes. I did not know that. Hey, I got too much on my hands. I'm a BMW Master Tech Fluffy, been wrenching the Germans since 07. This new German's EV is no joke dealing with the new i7. Even the engineers don't know what to do sometimes when, dude. I mean, yeah, we deal with that where we got to get engineers out here and they're trying to figure out an issue that just keeps coming up. Stuff can get crazy sometimes, Hybrid Wise GM currently has the Volt, Malibu, maybe a couple others. Older models, they had hybrid Tahoe. Oh, they had a hybrid Tahoe. Were they V8 or were they V6 or 4-cylinder? NSX new sports car experimental. Is that true, Carlos? Carlos, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Interesting, Carlos. Yeah, that is very interesting. I did not know that. Depending on battery makeup, some batteries, many don't like charge while discharging. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes total sense. Y'all ever tried to use your phone while it's charging? Just gets super hot. Yep. Makes sense. Wrong. There's more energy in hydrogen per BTU as normal gas. It's just using the hydrogen like intended. So then why do they always feel sluggish, Kevin? If there's more energy, why do they feel sluggish? This is a legit question. Be back in a bit. All right, Wrenchin. What's up? What's up, John? I still have 18.7K left to pay up on slip. Ooh, man, dude, I cannot wait until my box is paid off. Yeah, that's like almost $300 a month going straight to a box. Sometimes I regret buying it. Other days I don't. But once it's paid off, then I know that's my last toolbox as far as a main box. I don't even need another roller. I got that big old roller, and then I got the US General just for moving around and stuff, which I've been using the hell out of that. The hell out of that. Like when I'm doing the transmission, I'm taking all the stuff up top, airbox, battery tray, all that good stuff, starter. I don't even put this stuff on the ground anymore, so nobody's kicking around my stuff. I'm not tripping over it. I just put it on the bottom of the roll cart. Perfect. I love it. I've seen a few production diesel engines that were comfortable at 4,000, 5,000 RPM, but scary. The small car diesel and the new cars will rev high. Really? Dude, that is high. 25 to 35 is norm max for commercial diesel. Excuse me. Static dissipating shoes is what you're looking for. They called them something else. It wasn't static dissipating. It was something else. They had a different word for them. I wish I had my EV book right here, but I didn't. Or not my EV, my hybrid. Howdy, Fluffy. What's going on, Mr. Howdy? Excuse and misspells. You're good. You are good. Did you misspell? Oh, I didn't even realize you misspelled. Yeah. Oh, hey, you're good. Y'all know I do not type the best. All right, guys. There's some things I have to Google, like diesel. Like I probably have to Google that just because it looks funky to me. The chipper guys are offering $7.50 more per hour. Benefits paid. Wow. That is good. Hi, howdy. Most class 8 trucks have a 75-gallon tank or 150-gallon. So take that into consideration at about 13 to 16 miles per gallon. What's a class 8 truck? Now I know what diesel you're getting less than 10 miles to the gallon, maybe. I don't know. 13 to 16 doesn't sound bad to me just because, I drove that Silverado around for a long time and I only got like 13 or 14 miles to the gallon. It's about the same. Dang, Justin still owe 18.7. That's just, that is, oh my God. I don't even want to know your payments a week. Hey, my brother Amnesia, I dreamt of having a son who would follow behind my footsteps and become a tech. Ended up with a daughter who became ASC diesel tech, never had tech school besides learning. Hey, that is cool, Anthony. That is very cool, bro. I'm hoping to have my little one fall in my footsteps. In here, she says it's too expensive, so one and done, right? One and done in the family for a tech. But yeah, when you're second gen mechanic, I mean, I feel like you have an upper hand in a way. There's some kids that they just can't grasp it, but pops can teach. They got the tools. I got something coming for my son. I got something coming. Whether he wants it or not, he gonna get it. Now it's up to him whether he's gonna move forward with it or not. But he'll always have his pops right here. Now I'm only gonna teach him Nissan stuff. I ain't gonna teach him Dodge, Ford, Chevy. I mean, he could work on our Chevys, but don't know Nissan. Just commenting, I got my membership status back. Yeah, we saw that. I saw that. Thank you, Supra. All at the age of damn. Okay, I didn't become a master until 26, I think. 26 or 27. I don't really remember. But yeah. It took me a little bit just because I was trying to get my training before I took the test. Because if I didn't have the courses done, then my ASCs would have meant nothing and I wouldn't have got the raises. So I waited until I had those certain classes completed. Then I took the corresponding test to get certified. Sent. All right, Kevin, I see that. I had to get a lot of specialty tools for my job. A lot. Dude, I'm still buying stuff. Like the thing is, when we have newer vehicles constantly coming in, and now we're dealing with different sizes, like we're going back to 13s and 17s. Like, the odds. What? 15. I use my 15 every now and then. Oh my! I'm like, dude, why? Why? That's awesome, Anthony. Well done. Yes, that is very good. Let me see. Hold on. I don't. Anybody see Chris up in here? Hold on. Let me holler at him real quick. I haven't seen Chris up in here. Oops. No, I don't see Chris. He'll be on in a bit. Let's see where we at. What time is it? Oh, it's already almost 11, guys. It's awesome, Anthony. Well done for sure. Congrats, Anthony. Should check into turning loan from Snap-on into a loan at credit union or something. Snap-on interest is high. Is that possible? Is that possible? I feel like I tried doing that with Matco, and my bank was like, "Nah, bro, nah. How we gonna take your box? I'm on a tow truck." I had to find some other specialty tools. Like what? Like what we talking about? Sweet Anthony. Yes, Napa big on free training. Ouch, my damn ankle still hurts, but I'm getting better. What happened to your ankle? I do not remember. Yes, Snap on interest is killing me, but have to get other things paid before I can ask for that to be put on. 325 on interest was, dude. That's a week. I know you're not talking a week. That's a month, right? 325 a month. 18K was at my house. I bought a house instead of tools. Yeah, but man, houses are expensive nowadays. I have a good hand. I can fix people push more, riding lawnmower. Had one lady, she didn't believe me. I can fix riding. That's good. That's good. You got to start somewhere. I have a stack of Napa books and some others. Man, I have a stack of. I have it in my toolbox, and I'm like, why? I just need to take this stuff home. Yo, Trash King and FFN. How long have you been on for? Oh, we are at the 47-minute mark, bro. You're good though. You are good. So I'll be bringing some people on. Chris, email me. You guys, email me. Okay, at the hour mark, I'm bringing people on. I don't care where I'm at in the comments. It's like I'm gonna be quite behind, but it's all good. Napa also gives you a card with online account to access the training material. Oh, that is good. That is real good. Well, all we have is our books. To go back on, good price for a home. Mine would sell for 4. Oh, but you have land, right? No, I'm thinking Mr. Howdy. Yeah, Mr. Howdy has land, right? Mine would sell for 400. Dude, quicker. If you don't mind me asking, what did you pay for that back in the day? 325 a month in interest. Holy crap. That's what I'm saying. Oh god. On my house for 37K. Dude. If I could find a house big enough for 37,000, I would jump on it fast, quick, and in a heartbeat. Just in electrical testing tools, I have about 3 to 5K alone. But how far into this are you, Justin? Because I feel like the first 5 or 6 years is when you pay the most out of most for tools and stuff. After I pay off my box, I may look at a Matco 6S. Supra, stay in that box as long as you can, bro. As long as you can. Because these boxes are not cheap. Now, the good thing is that Snap-on, once you go to trade it in, Matco gonna give you about 2-3 grand just because it's Snap-on. I'm just kidding. Yeah, usually when you have a trade in good condition and stuff, don't sticker bomb it. Hell, for my 5S, I got 8,000. I only paid 5 for it. Yeah. Thanks. That's Garage. Yes, you're welcome, Anthony. Let me see. 37K get you like quarter of a lot here. Could bring small shed. Could build a small shed. Quarter of a lot. Quarter of an acre. Quarter of an acre. What's good? What's good? Easy Tech Joe. What's going on, brother? I see you. 8 to 10 is more average for a commercial truck. 8 to 12. 8 to 10. See, I'm dyslexic. My dad bought his house in Florida for 90K. It's a really nice neighborhood. When was this? The only thing I want to add to my box is the right side cabinet and hutch for the tools on top of my box. And have more space for extra tools. Man, they making us get rid of a lot of stuff. I can't get into that. Because the engines used are made for normal gas and not hydrogen. So brand new engine It can completely for hydrogen. You will get the power. So what's going to be different on them? Combustion chamber or compression? Like how? Let's see. What's the compression that would be needed to fire off that hydrogen? Does it need a lot of compression, less compression, or what? Where in Florida? Sebring, Florida. Normal engines are Carnot style, only about 70% efficient with heat. Like, yeah, man, heat. Imagine if we could, well, methanol. Yeah, no. Cool that air down. I have coolest dream. I have my favorite dream truck. What was that? I've been offered 190K for the house in Florida. Hey, that's not bad. Man, hold on to it. Dave, most of the MX-13 around I've been seeing it's 13 MPGs. At idle, it's about 6. Ooh. I don't even want my son to follow my footsteps. I mean, if he does, that's great, but I want him to be smarter, be the engineers that piss because of stupid designs instead. Oh man. Oh. I don't know if I'd want my son to be an engineer. I mean, they make money, but some of them engineers, I don't know. I think they were just handed their degrees. That's awesome, Fluff. What's awesome? I'm lost in conversations now. What's up? M. Daniel Solis. What's up, putos? Hey, hold on. Hey, whoa. I mean, what's up? But I mean, you ain't gotta say it like that, bro. Hold on. Howdy, Chief. I have family in the area. Also in Spring Hill area in Jacksonville. Yes, homes vary in price, but prices are all good in most areas of Florida. Remember, I don't remember. I deal with 3 engines: Cummins M11, LSM, X12, X15, DD13. Wait, what? M11, LSM, and X12, X15, DD13, MX13. Ain't that 5? Or is that 3 different brands? Yo, Transky and FM fan, how long you been live for? Yeah, we're going on almost an hour, Chris. Almost an hour. I meant manufactured engines. Oh, yeah. See, psychic. I feel that house where it is. Oh, I feel I feel that house where it is and age of it has to be worth at around 250. In the future, hopefully flat rate will be dead. So if my son would like to learn, I wouldn't mind teaching him. Wouldn't recommend it unless things change and they are C-Tech. Got offered 42 an hour at Toyota. Is that? Oh, today. I mean, what's cap out? What's cap out there? I remember that big ass. Oh yeah. I remember Frank. Oh, do I see it? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I? Dude, hybrids are inevitable. They started something and cannot go back now, dude. Like I said, I got training on the hybrids. I like the thought of the hybrid. I don't like the thought of the EV. Because we can use hybrid when the ICE isn't needed, and then we can use the ICE when the hybrid's not needed and charge up the batteries, and we ain't got to plug it in. I want to say it's free electricity, free electric. We're making our own, yes, at the cost of fuel, but we're also using the fuel to move us. You see what I'm saying? Ain't plugging into the wall and making our electric bills go up. Because I have a feeling that once everybody goes EV and everybody has a damn EV charger in their house, cost of the electric bills are just gonna skyrocket because they're gonna have to make up that money somewhere. But yeah, I feel like they just touched hybrid and then just boom straight into EV. Like, man, we didn't even let all the manufacturers get up to speed with the hybrid stuff. But yeah, quick wrench. Damn, I'm sorry, JT. Appreciate the $20 donation, dude. That is killer. Appreciate you, bro. You down to come on tonight? You got your setup, or do you work tomorrow? Because I know it's a little late over there. You know, Flo say he gonna come on at 9 your time. At 9 o'clock your time, I ended up coming at midnight your time, bro. Sorry, I didn't mean to. But yeah, let me get back to the comments. I don't even remember where I was. I think I was right here. Maybe right there. Nope, I was right here. Yes, $325 a month for Snap On. Okay, so that's not too bad, but yes, it's a little bit up there. Pay 100. Oh, and that's just on Snap On. Do you pay anybody else? Like Matco, Mac, Cornwell, Gear or not Gear Independent. What are they called? Tool trucks? Yeah. Paid $235 when I bought was 2007. Okay, so you almost doubled. That is real good for your house, Dave. I'm going to save her money handing down all my tools I've acquired 35 years as I have officially turned my last bolt a few months ago. Oh, you went into retirement. How does it feel? We just had a guy retire. He was at that company for since 06. So he put in 17 years, almost 18. Yeah, it was sudden. He didn't show up the next week and said that his back was hurting, so he didn't come in. The second day, didn't come in. Third day, he said, "Go touch my road cart," which y'all saw the Rat Fink one. Yeah, his tools were out of it. He said, "I'll be in tomorrow. I'll be in tomorrow to pick up my tools." I was like, "What the fuck?" Or pick up his other box. I tried to do the Filipino accent. That didn't work. Yes, Justin. Screw that. I've seen people buy a couple of $300 roll around boxes and join them together. Custom frame. They use the money they save to buy tools. Yeah. I hate that. I like to be flashy sometimes, but I am satisfied with my box. I love my box. I had manifested that box for years and years. Not years and years, but at least 5 or 6 years, maybe a little more. But I was stuck with that 5S. I didn't like it. It was just a 2-bay. It was red. You know, they started coming out with all these different colors, and I was like, man, I got red. Yeah, well, I'm satisfied with what I got now. The house I'm living in right now got evaluated at $40K because it needs work. Oof. I've only been doing this 3 years. Once you hit that 5-6 year mark, them tools really gonna help you out. You know, because I know you're paying for that scanner and the box. You know, once the box is paid off, you're gonna have so much more money just to buy more tools. My dad bought the house in Florida in 2009. That's not bad. We'll talk on the chat. Too much to type. Yes. Oh, where we at? 58. Oh, I gotta get through this. I need to get a scan tool and probably BMW diagnostics system. Been seeing them a lot more recently. Oh, guys, I know I do the scanner videos. You know, I can only touch on so much in those videos. Like I'm so stuck on Nissan, right? So like a lot of the warranty stuff, I can't use those scanners and I can't just bust it out because then I'll be wasting time. I need to do it on older vehicles. Actually, I think I'm gonna do it on my vehicle. Actually, so I'm gonna put another one out on that Bluetooth one I just got. Not the little dongle one, but the launch. My dad's house is exactly 1 mile from Sebring. Oh, right next to the racetrack. Device and BMW subscription. You have factory tool for cheap. And those, dude, them aftermarket scanners are so much quicker than factory. Man, super. I would recommend the Top Don. They are nice, great to work with. I might be doing something with Top Don. Just to let y'all know. All right. Just saying. Let me see. Are we right there? Yeah. Tip, what's up, sir? Currently building a Frankenstein box, U.S. General. Yes, I've seen that. I've watched a couple of them. What if Trump gets? You think he'll put the brakes on? Maybe. Trump is so old school when it comes to this. Paul P, what's going on, Paul? Quick range was popping. Fellas, do not finance anything except your primary residence. Pay cash for everything. Oh, it's a little hard. ICT, man. You know, inflation, ooh, hard. Mechanic tips: prefer hybrid than full electrical. Yes, we're gonna talk about that. What up, wrenching? Same old thing, just different day. Lakes automotive is shit gonna slow up a bit. Oof. C-Tech has already asked the current employer to match before he leaves. They're changing things a couple years ago. Green Apprentice. Jeez, where you at? Dad's Garage. Damn. We waiting on it. Let's see. Oh, okay. Whoa, hold on. Give Fluff some love. Hey, appreciate you. Quick wrench. You know where that's going? It's going to the giveaway, guys. That's gonna go to the giveaway. Hopefully, the 60K giveaway will happen in October, if not early November. If we keep up with what we're doing right now, as far as a subscriber mark, I'm doing about 3K a month. So if I could hold that 3K a month, we should hit 60, and we'll do another giveaway at 60,000. So it's gonna be fun. See Lakes hitting it. Oh, love. Hey, appreciate you, Lakes. I appreciate you, bro. Let's see. Tell us how you really feel. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna start sending out some links. I don't remember where I am in the chat, but yeah, let's do some links. Online mechanic tips. You down for a link? Maybe. I don't know. It's a little late. It is a little late. Let's send these out real quick so we get a panel going. There's John, Kev. Oh shit! Hold up. What the hell did I do? All right. Let's hit the chat again, and then we'll see when everybody starts popping in. We'll have a full house tonight. Folks, let me see what's popping. Online tips. Same old thing, just different day. Yeah, shit's gonna slow up a bit. Yeah, saw that. Okay, doing well. Nice to see you. What up, Kev? Hey, bro. How about that full electric Challenger? Oh yeah, y'all are going full electric Challenger, huh? What up, Kevin?
Hola.
Yeah.
No, I don't think JT's gonna stay on tonight.
Oh, that's why he's at his computer right now, because he's messing with the studio. Hey, JT, by the way, I haven't told you, but I like your setup. It's nice. Liking it, digging it.
Don't give him a big head.
Electric Challenger. Yeah. Let me see. Agree on the electricity price hike, Fluff. Everyone knows that's coming. Do they really know that's coming though? They got to make their money somewhere, somehow. It took me 5.5 hours to figure out why the tech wasn't working. Oh, TAC was testing wires the whole time. Wiring going to TAC to ECM, the engine speed sensors. Found a rub through. Oh, shorted out, huh? JT, you know, okay. I would love for you to do a video on that Challenger, but we know when it comes to new vehicles and warranties and stuff like that, it's so hard. It is so hard to do videos on new vehicles. Because I'm sure the manufacturer sees you just like they see me, and that's a little scary. But as long as we stay within those safe guidelines, so fix that and everything started working right. 5.5 hours, Justin?
Yeah.
Damn.
And let me tell you, that was grueling because you're going behind the tach, putting, connection to that, and then you're going to the ECM trying to figure out where it's supposed to get connected to, because the ISMs, they're not numbered, so you have to pull the sheet for the diagram to even figure out what number it's supposed to go to.
Oh man,
sounds like Audi bullshit.
That's why
It's better than Audi at least,
I swear I think
and it's
Nissan-
better than military because military is all white.
Oh,
Oh god, Nissan has done a great job with their wiring diagrams, schematics, what have you, connectors.
At
all
least
that.
with cars and trucks, it's a little bit easier. But
Dude, we brought up schematics on here before, and I struggle with them sometimes because Nissan likes to do a whole top power, bottom ground, and some of them go right to
those
left.
are still easier.
Hell,
Mechanics, you're fine.
oh, game over.
It's my kid,
I know.
but yeah, it's like
30K over. Oh hell,
from me working at this job for the last 2 years, I've learned so much that like reading diagrams, I was scared when I first started doing it because I didn't understand them. Now, give me them.
Yeah, yeah. I've got that same mentality.
Too hot.
Send you
I
link,
can just read a
Renton.
wiring diagram with no problem.
I don't want
Dang.
The only time that I have a little issue is when they have like the 6 different numbers to them.
What you think
Like
about that
they
30K
give you
over?
the page reference and then they give you where it's located on the page. It's like I don't need all that. All I need to know is the wire number, where it's supposed to do for the pin connection. I'm good.
Yeah.
Or it changes 5 different colors from one
Yeah.
side to the other.
Oh my God, you ain't kidding. Like, my
Or
God,
if somebody's already done a repair and they change the color on you,
Oh
no, never had that.
This is
Well,
factory.
bro.
because
I'm saying-
most of us
I'm saying,
mechanics, we keep it the same color as what they have.
Try
At least when it comes to mixers, because if you change the color, then you're going to screw the next person that's working on it. Because it's a fleet truck, so you don't want
that's
to
why
change the color.
Sometimes I do not pay attention to the color. I just pin out, and the pin out's going to tell me what I need to know. What color is it above, below, next to, and do all the other colors match up? Hopefully they match up.
Unless you get a factory plug and they're all the same color.
Like all black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's annoying. That's happened to me more times than one.
Yeah. Same here.
Sound.
And you're just having to figure out where it was spliced in and peel the corrugated tubing back. What's up, Anthony? How you doing, brother? John, how you doing? Thank you.
What's happening?
But yeah,
Been getting one since last year, making them. Ooh, sure it's still new. And yeah. Yeah, because y'all know we don't want first year production
Of anything.
Yes, first 2 years production. It's a little scary.
Mhm.
let's see here. 2022 or no, 2022 mixers. Almost every single one had a hydraulic issue. I replaced 6 different pumps first year.
At least
And
you
you
got
do
good at
warranty
it.
work on those?
Huh?
You do warranty?
Oh no, it ain't warranty. We have to replace them right in house.
No, but I'm saying like if it's warranty, are you certified
Well,
to do it or no?
We take them out and then they get shipped back to Oscotch. But I mean,
Okay.
we don't get paid warranty or anything. We get
Now,
paid hourly.
You said y'all have some hybrid vehicles?
No, I've just done it for friends and family.
Oh, okay.
So I've worked on like the Toyota Prius. I've worked on a couple other nicks and knacks, but I mean, I'm not a fan of them, but I do like racing, so that's why I know about the Porsche 998 that they have the generators at the wheels.
Yeah, that's their regen braking.
hmm But it makes their power too, which
Right.
charges the battery for them.
Not all the way though.
No. It's just a little bit at each,
Give it that little extra.
oof. That's why they're able to do 250 miles per hour like nothing.
What up, Wrenchen? What up, Chris?
What up, FM family? How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. So tell me your experience with hybrid and OUV, Wrenchen.
I've been doing this for over 15 years. And when I started when I first started as an independent shop, we're doing like
I
Toyota.
feel about it.
So my first
But you
experience
should
with
be going to
at least,
bed. You're not staying up.
at least my
Sorry.
first experience with it was at the Toyota Prius, and of course taking the battery apart.
Yeah.
And for me, the first time I did that, I was scared for my life. I remember I was wearing double insulated gloves. It was a hot mess. But from there on, of course, I got the training, the knowledge. Basically, with all our high voltage, with all the mid hybrids and fully electric vehicles to work on anything, like, you gotta understand that we have our heater cores when it comes to or mechanical engines, correct, to heat up your vehicle.
Yeah.
So with our manufacturer, we have high voltage cooling heaters, which basically, if they go bad, which they have gone bad already, we got to disconnect the high voltage system because they run off the high voltage. Same thing with their AC compressors or rear electronic motors. But we have different levels of technicians that could work on them. So there's, your first cert, your second, and the third. If you're like you're fully certed, you can actually take the battery apart, which I send you videos on the side or emails. I see the videos I send you. But I can't really post that because, if someone was to ever do what I'm doing and I'm posting a video and they kill themselves, I feel I'll be liable. But it's getting to the point now that actually what they're doing now with their full electric vehicles, now they don't even want us to touch them now. We had now the fully electric vehicles, we have 27 cells. So basically the whole underneath of the vehicle between the front tires and the rear tires, it's the whole battery.
Yep.
So what they're doing now, that supposedly according to the manufacturer, we should all have one in stock. So the moment we do have a car that went bad, all we do is remove it, ship it out, and then whatever we have in stock, we put a new one. They'll send us a new one. So basically, they don't want us taking them apart anymore.
Yeah, it's basically the full subframe, basically.
Yeah.
I feel like they do that for the first couple years, and then they start having y'all tear into stuff.
Well,
I know.
They're dangerous.
Drop off.
Oh no.
What's going on, Wrenching?
Well,
Quick wrench.
Same old shit, different day.
Well, the thing about with our vehicles, with any vehicle that you work on, automatically for just to disconnect the high voltage system, they pay us just 2 hours.
What?
And yeah, all it is basically what you got to do is disconnect your 12-volt battery, and then you basically hook up. You hook up your DMM and you put your contacts positive to positive, and then you're basically reading voltage.
Yeah.
And what you want to read, because with these cars, even though it's crazy, you'll be amazed. You disconnect the 12-volt battery and all the lights, everything still it has power to the vehicle.
Yeah.
So like, how could that happen? If the car it's already disconnected the 12-volt battery, but it's using some of the battery voltage from the high voltage system.
Yeah.
So we gotta hook up our DMM and basically wait till the voltage drops, and then from there, basically when the voltage drops, it basically means that the contactors in the main battery are closed. They're open, and then we disconnect our they call it an MSD, which is basically where you service your high voltage battery.
Yeah.
And then from there, it has like 6 pins. You put your special tool and you read the voltages. So when you check the voltages, if everything looks within spec, what they were.
We lose them?
Oh, we lost your audio.
Oh. I was like, wait a minute. Was that me?
Oh, like
No.
and then
I think it was the internet. Yeah, the internet went off.
yeah.
Damn. Hi guys, by the way. I was just trying to stay
Chris.
quiet because he was talking, so I was like, I didn't want to
Yeah.
interrupt him.
Let's see. Yeah, if we could like when somebody's talking, let's try not to overpower each other. You know what I mean?
No.
It's hard to understand. Yeah, we'll see if he comes back. What he was saying.
Who was that though?
I was wrenching.
Wrenching Mafia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Let's see. What about you, Chris? You touch hybrids or EVs?
I did I swapped the whole assembly. Engine, an engine and the
Oh,
EV
that's
slash transmission
right.
assembly. Remember, I sent you. I think I sent you video.
Yeah.
Did I send you videos? But I'm not EV certified though.
That was your own thing that you did.
Yeah, that was my uncle's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
that
that fun?
the shop knew about it. That I told him. We wrote up an RO and everything, but I told him, "Hey, I'm doing this and this and that." And they're like, "All right, family." So I was like, "All right."
If I blow up, don't mind me.
Not that bad.
I told him, I was like, "Hey, if you guys," because I went to go disconnect the what is it called? I mean, to switch it off, right, to take out the switch. And I told him, "Hey, if you see me hanging over the trunk, just like lifeless," so I was like, "Call 911." But
Not too
yeah.
bad. Not that bad.
But if they see you twitching, don't grab me.
I told him, "Hey, your insulated boots just give me just like freaking kick me like Sparta me. This is
Yep.
Sparta."
M Leisure, what the hell happened, bro? I see you lost your badge out of nowhere. What? That is weird.
But to be honest,
Well-
they're not so hard to work on.
No, they're not.
Dude,
They're
they
not
seem
hard at
simple
all.
as hell.
Yep.
Pretty much. I mean, if I'm, I mean, again, I'm not EV certified, so anybody can correct me at any moment. But
Yeah.
that electric, I guess the electric motor is inside the transmission. Right?
On the
Yes.
EVs, yes.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I mean, it doesn't
And
really take up space. Really,
They
only
use
the
a
inverter.
clutch. They use clutches just like a manual transmission.
Yeah.
They're using, the
It's a
same
CVT
slaves.
transmission.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. It's insane.
Freaking the only thing that took up space and that was hard to get around really was the inverter. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We lost him.
What'd you say?
Is that on
Dan?
the, I was like, that on the Nissan?
Yeah. It was a Nissan Altima.
All right, Renchen, what were you saying before you cut off?
Oh, I think we're talking about like just basically,
You were talking about the service plug.
yeah. So basically, when you remove the service plug on the vehicle, after basically, let me say, I don't know where it got cut off. So basically, you disconnect your 12-volt battery, and you basically hook up your DMM on the positive negative on the car side, and then you basically let the voltage drop to 0.03 volts according to our manufacturer. That's where they want it at, because of course there's capacitors and there's all that stuff on there.
Yep.
What?
So once the contactors for the high voltage batteries basically are open, no longer closed, because sometimes they get stuck closed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you go in there and remove your MSD, which is basically the service for the high voltage battery.
Okay.
And then we have a charge depending on what vehicle you're working on. You disconnect, of course, the MSD, and then you hook up the tool, and then you use a special DMM, high voltage DMM, and basically you're reading your voltages. So there's depending on what model it is, there's 6 to 12 readings you got to read and write them down. But if something's off, you got to contact basically RTS, which is or technical support, and see what to do, how to further proceed. But if anything looks okay, you go ahead and proceed with your repair. Anything looks bad, any number at of course you double check with different DMMs just to make sure there's nothing wrong with your meter. You got to instantly stop and ask for support or help.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because the price of batteries and any work that has to do with EVs is super expensive. Have you ever had a customer paid battery or motor?
At the dealership, it's mostly, to be honest with you, it's mostly all warranted, because of course with all the high voltage stuff, they're extending, or it's longer than powertrain normal. Like you buy a normal vehicle that's not hybrid.
Yeah.
You just get, most manufacturers, what is it, 3 years, 36,000 miles, powertrain maybe 50,000 miles.
Yeah.
That's just factory warranty. So with us, all the warranty stuff that's out of warranty, we don't see it, or they have extended warranty. So it doesn't, I mean, it pays well because of course it's high voltage.
Yeah.
But a lot of the customer pay when we do see issues, like the rear electronic motor that costs $8,000, or a battery that may cost $10,000. Half the time you diagnose the car, and then they're most likely either they trade it in and they send it to an auction house. So most of the time you don't even get to repair the vehicle, because they're going to be upside down with the vehicle.
Yeah.
And it sucks that people are getting charged that for a Volt battery, considering that the Volt maybe at best is like $14,000 for the whole car.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And that's just the
Because-
part alone. Assume the
Oh, I
labor.
know. That's what I'm saying is when they're trying to charge a person for a bad battery, 10 grand for the Volt one. I'm like, that battery's super small.
Yeah,
Because
Well-
it's not a full electric. It's a hybrid. So there's no reason it should be that much. I could see 4, maybe 3, but that's most.
Yeah.
Which is basically
Well-
the price of a new engine in a regular car.
Yeah, correct. But I honestly think also, it's gonna be harder for a lot of independent shops to work on high voltage vehicles or hybrids.
Yeah.
Because once you do replace a battery, you need special tools to balance the batteries. Set codes or clear codes or special scan. I mean, it could be done once. I mean, but the question is, how many cars you need to do to start making profit?
Yeah, when it comes to doing the cells themselves,
that's not that bad.
inside the battery pack, man.
Like I said, it's about 20 cars you would have.
I don't know.
Lakes, I know you said you had worked on some Priuses, right?
Yeah, Priuses and older Hondas and stuff.
Why'd they stop y'all?
Well, I guess you would call him service advisor / boss quit, and we got a different one, and they didn't want to mess with them, so I didn't argue with them.
I mean, did y'all make good money off of them, or?
Well, okay, we had Auto Nerd, which was a huge car lot. They sold about 350 to 400 cars a month, and that's who we did them all for, and which is the actual dad of the owner of the shop, and they shut those car lots down, so that stopped us too. So, but after the Richard quit, the new person was like, anything you can just turn it away.
I mean, what do you think is going to happen when we start seeing a lot more hybrids or EV vehicles? I mean, have y'all discussed that in the independents?
I mean, we're as far as EVs go, we definitely ain't set up for it. Ain't nobody trained on it. I've never even worked on a straight EV. I think a Leaf, a couple, Nissan Leaf, or what are they?
Yeah,
a few of them come in. But
it's
still
that something
just that battery. I don't know nothing about it. So
is that something you're interested in? I mean, I'd assume you'd be first runner up to get sent for any training. Since you're the diag guy and stuff.
I think by the time it comes around enough to affect the industry, I'm going to be out of the industry. So
yeah, I'm going to be the same way.
That I'm not worried about it. A lot of people talk and say, "Oh, 2030, 2030 is going to come and go," and it's not going to. We're not going to be all 50 states or whatever is not going to be selling and stop selling combustion engines in 2030. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
2050, 2070, I could see maybe like a quarter, but that's.
And I'll be dead and gone. So.
I mean, rumor. This is just what I've heard. I don't know if it's official from Nissan, but we got some popular lines that might be getting discontinued.
Yeah.
And these are our most popular vehicles. What was that, Chris?
It's public already.
Is it public? Okay, so I mean the most affordable vehicle that Nissan has out, the Versa.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of.
Wow.
Really?
That'd be 10 grand back then.
And I don't want to bring any type of politics into the thing, but
yeah,
Trump's probably going to get in, and he's going to put the brake. He's going to open up all the oil rigs again and start, and he's going to put the brakes. I'm not saying he's going to stop EVs from coming.
Yeah.
But it's gonna put a wrench in their system big time,
I will say I think he's gonna be practical about it,
and I hope too.
That's where everybody needs to be.
Well, anybody who's coming in next has to open up our energy resources.
Yeah.
Yes.
No choice about it. Democrat or Republican, they have to do it.
What's that?
Yeah,
Scanner.
Agreed.
You talking about JT?
So the whole, so even just this cheap auto has where you can balance the high voltage batteries. If you rebuild them, you can go into it. You can actually do quite a bit. And all the Toyotas that we worked with, you could actually buy just the cells, replace just individual cells. So instead of spending 8 or 10 grand for a battery, we would actually just replace what is needed in it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
you're
it's
right.
different
Now-
there.
Now you
test.
have to have a special charger to charge that one cell.
So-
You don't
To
need a
balance
special
it.
charger. Okay,
Just-
so
you get one
they
from
tell
Hobby
you
Lobby.
need it, but it's not as hard as you think it is.
Yeah.
I guess we should say
So-
say this. At Nissan, we need a special
Yeah.
charger
Yeah.
when
We-
we're
At a
going to
dealership.
Same thing with
Sell-
our manufacturer.
It has
Um,
to be at like within hundreds of a volt from all the others. Like it has to be
Accurate.
I know,
Maybe
like
it's the Prius thing, because I know
like with
for decade. I mean, since Prius almost came out, we've been replacing just specific cells that need to.
yeah.
It's not that hard. There's actually a in their repairs like little bulletin. When you go through it, it talks about how to discharge it correctly, what you need to do to make sure it's all discharged, and then you can go and replace the pack, and they'll sell just the individual packs, and then there's instructions on how to charge each one and how to get them balanced, and then once it's you're within whatever range, it actually has balancers in it, and it will take up the rest of the stuff that you miss or whatever.
You
But
talk
we've
about
been doing it for a while.
you talk about Priuses.
Yeah.
So you never have issues with customers or replacing individual cells and not having problems with them coming back.
Oh, they always
Oh,
come back.
matter of fact, the last or one of the first ones I did, as far as I know, he's still using it, and that was back in 2014, 2015, and he's still using the car as is with their battery the same.
Nice. That's good.
So,
We have a very good question asked here. It's the last comment right now. Anthony, I appreciate that question. What is our opinion of the UAW strike? I'm all for it.
What is that?
The UAW
Well,
strike. Union,
What's-
automotive
I'm all
union
for it.
workers.
I'm all
Oh.
for it because I think it'll be a trickle down effect to most of the industries.
What is the
I think
what's
mechanics
UAW?
underpaid. I think that
United Auto Workers.
auto workers.
basically,
So like
three of the
GM and
major
all that.
Cars.
auto manufacturers are going on strike to try to get better pay because they were promised better pay. They were given big checks for all the EV stuff, but they didn't give the employees pay raises considering cost of living is going up, and then the training that's needed for these vehicles and the way that everything's going, the employees aren't keeping up.
Well, bottom
So
line
they
is,
want money.
the bottom line is the UAW workers, the guys that build the cars, the guys that assemble the cars.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that assemble them they
They're
need
4
more
to
money
5% of the cost of the car. They're 4 to 5% of the cost of the car. And basically, the union representative, he's attacking all three, Ford, GM, and Stellantis/Chrysler, whatever you want to call them now. He's attacking them on the profits they make, what their CEOs make, and all this other shit, and the fact that their workforce hasn't been making what they should be making.
It's not on them.
I agree.
Can't-
I
It's
agree
crap.
with
You
everything.
can't sell crap to the world if it's garbage. I mean, you seriously can't take a pile of crap from a cow, put it in a nice fancy box and slap a battery in it and say, here, this is what you need for the next 30 years because this is better for the earth.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the
work.
wages. I'm talking about wages. When you got a CEO making 12.
I know, but what I'm
million
saying
a
is
year,
people aren't buying. They're not getting the sales, and they're not getting the stuff pushed out because people don't want them. I mean, people want to travel and don't have to worry about not getting to a power station correctly. And
not
even
even
the
talking
stupid
about
energy
that. I'm not even
secretary,
talking about
you
that
know,
end of the. I'm not even talking about that end of the industry. I'm just
but
talking about
that all
manufacturing
affects
in
it.
general. No,
All
I'm
that
just talking
affects it.
manufacturing in general.
Right. Well, what do you think all that contributes? If you know when the government is forcing them to switch to electric vehicles,
It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
All right, Rancher.
but with all the stuff
What I'm
that's
talking
going on
about
right
is
now,
I think they need to the union's doing the right thing. They're standing strong.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a trickle down effect. Let's face it, guys. What's 20
It's going to
bucks an
help
hour?
us.
What's 20 bucks an hour today?
Nothing.
It's nothing.
20
It's
bucks
nothing.
an hour is
And our government tries to act like it's something. It's nothing. And
they're getting
UAW
paid
bring
less
this
now
to
than they
attention.
did in the Great Depression.
Even with what I'm making, I'm barely scraping by.
The
Well, they're-
UAW is making a big scene of this, and they're bringing this to the American public's attention. And there's going to be a trickle down effect. Now,
Yep.
when the railroad workers were talking strike, that didn't get enough coverage on the news. They
Nope.
got
There's
30%
a
pay.
reason why.
They got a 30% pay increase over the next, so many 3-4 years. They got a huge contract. Railroad workers. They got a huge contract. The union.
And it's obvious that GM didn't follow through with what they were supposed to, because what was it, 2 years ago that they were supposed to not have to pay for their insurance or something?
They dropped post-retirement benefits on insurance. If you got hired in after a certain date, there's no retirement program anymore.
Yep.
The
They screwed
UAW
them.
wants the security. They want all the car companies to secure a certain percentage of jobs here, so they don't sign a contract and all of a sudden Ford, GM, is still on to say, "Hey, we're closing this factory,
Yep.
We're going over to Mexico, Taiwan, India, whatever." So all these jobs are lost. The UAW is saying, "No, you have to guarantee this much job security," which is great. It's
Mhm.
keeping jobs here in the United States, in America. I mean, everything they're asking for
Makes sense.
makes sense, and it will benefit everybody, I think, in the long run, because the corporations got to get real with it. Fluff, you know do you have any idea what your dealership makes a year in profit?
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know because
I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's gonna make.
I know
you
what they
sick.
make a month, and I
they're exploiting us.
That's why I quit.
There's no reason they can't pay 40 and 50 bucks an hour when they're charging 160, 170, 180 an hour.
Honestly.
Well,
And it's funny
depends.
because their labor
God.
rates go up and our wages don't.
No,
Like
Well,
where
what's
where is
crazy
that
is-
extra?
at deal.
All the insurance and all the everything else that goes into it. I mean, there's more to when you're running it. It's easier to see where all the money goes because you
Yes,
know when
that's
I
true.
was
I was born and
my
raised
shop,
in the business. I was
my
born and
shop
raised
that
in
I
the
had,
business.
I was actually working, and I thought, okay, well, I could pay this much, this much. This is how much money I'm bringing in. I could pay. Then you start looking at the insurance. You start looking at all the, you know, the
The
EPA crap.
taxes.
Everything
Well,
that
you gotta
starts
pay.
coming
You gotta
through,
pay
and
them.
then
You gotta pay half
it goes
the
up and
Medicare.
up and up, and then you
You
start
gotta
thinking,
pay
okay,
half
well,
the
I have to
Medicare, half
actually
Social
pull
Security
money
per
off
employee.
because what happens if COVID hits again? How am I going to pay my employees if the government shuts down? How am I going to pay my employees if,
Well, they're
if
doing
all
their
these
damnedest
people
to
get
make sure
sick?
COVID happens
What do I
again.
do when these different things happen? And people don't realize that these businesses need to be able to have that security for when there's downtime to keep their employees paid.
I
You
got
see
you.
it.
Well,
Well,
It's overhead.
they have all this money
I
in
got
their
you
pockets.
there,
You
dude.
don't see
I
this.
got you there, dude. I was born and
But
raised in business. I understand
There's a
liability insurance. I understand,
But what do you
personal
do in COVID?
insurance.
Insurance doesn't cover during COVID. They'll cover a part, but when it's a year long, your insurances aren't going to pay everybody's wages for a year. The businesses have to eat that,
Well,
and
that's
I
gonna
know
so
be
when
you
it
know
comes to
wages keep going.
dealerships,
Whether
over the
you're
next
collecting,
year.
when it
COVID.
comes to dealerships, there are so many different positions to do one job versus like independence. You could have one person doing multiple tasks,
Right.
but at dealerships, you have one person doing one thing all day, and you need all those positions. Like I didn't realize how, and there's some stuff going on that I can't really talk about, but it's opening my eyes to how important every role is at the dealership and why we need those certain people in those positions.
That's why you got lube techs.
Because
That's why you got
when it comes to the manufacturer and what they require for certain positions, it makes sense, and I get why they have to charge like that. The issue is
training.
One of the issues is everybody wants raises. I want to raise to make more money, but in order to be able to get that raise, inflation goes up.
Yes.
So
that's your trickle down effect.
Do we really need raises? If the raises would stop, inflation could slow. But everybody's trying to make more money, but in it's affecting everything.
Here's what some folks who want minimum wage to go up don't realize. It doesn't matter if you raise a minimum wage to $100. It's still gonna be the minimum amount. You're still gonna be paid the minimum.
Yep.
Could you imagine
instead of wanting to minimum wage to go up, stop going for minimum wage jobs. Minimum wage jobs are for people starting out,
college
students, part-time. And they were like, oh, well, we can't survive. Well, every time you raise the minimum wage, the cost of everything else goes up with it. So what is the point? What is the point of raising the minimum wage? As long as it's called the minimum, as long as it's the minimum wage, it's not going to make a difference to you if you're working minimum wage. Stop working minimum wage. Get a job that pays more than minimum wage instead of asking for the entire country to take the inflation hit. And it's just dumb.
Actually, name one place that actually starts with minimum wage. Most of them are like $1 or $2 over minimum wage.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Nah,
they do that as an incentive, though.
Right.
That's always minimum.
And you're like there for like a month, and then they give you a raise.
They're paying above minimum wage. Like when I say above minimum wage, I'm talking about at least, I don't know, let's say $10 to $5 maybe. I don't know. But
yeah, I think it's 7.5 now.
Yeah,
depends where you live.
Yeah.
Wait. The minimum wage where you're at is $7?
Yes,
that's 7.5 in Wisconsin.
I'm in California. It's almost $16 now.
Let me ask you this:
25 here.
What is the cost of a Big Mac there?
For Wisconsin, it's like $10 for a meal or $15 a meal now.
No, it's probably about $13.99 to $15.99. Wisconsin
in California
prices are about the same.
What's it at over there in Cali?
For a Big Mac meal, like
like
a small, or they have medium, right? Medium.
They got medium, large, and
it's
small.
Like $11 plus tax.
So about
right here.
$12, $13. I figured it'd be a little more out there since minimum's a little.
No, to be honest, if I am honest, the closer you get to LA, the cheaper McDonald's gets.
That's weird.
Well, as you get into the bigger cities, it's not always exactly like that. It's obviously an effect like this, but in the smaller cities, McDonald's is more expensive, and in the bigger cities, like LA, for some reason, McDonald's is slightly cheaper. Not a whole lot, but it's a little cheaper.
Well, you know what the automotive companies' argument is? All three, Stellantis, Ford, and General Motors, their argument is that if they agree to what the union is asking for, that they're going to restructure.
That means people are going to get fired.
They're going to it's going to restructure what is considered a middle class working income, and they're going to screw up the whole economy if they agree to it, because that'll put a large majority of their workforce at a 6-figure plus income. Which I don't have a problem with, but
I just seen today what those big mortgage companies are loaning out right now. The percentage rate, it's almost at 8%.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Does this sound familiar to anybody?
A credit score.
Anybody? Have you seen online, if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or anything like that, Your job is your credit. You
Yeah.
don't need to go to. What does this sound like? Who remembers who this sounded like? Oh, did I get cut off right there?
Yeah.
Who remembers what this sounded like? This sounds exactly like the fucking recession in 2008.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
all the banks were selling everybody houses that couldn't afford it.
No,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well,
Everybody
it
was
was-
getting foreclosed.
They said it was a housing
Mhm.
market. It was more of a loan fraud thing going on.
Balloon
Not
payments.
just for housing, but housing was the biggest one,
Yeah.
obviously. Because and the reason why
And
that
businesses.
is because it was supposedly there was such a backing to it, and it was supposedly never supposed to crash ever. You know, but
Well, damn, look at the interest rates on a new car loan. What are you looking at now? Minimum 5%,
I
five and a
think the
half.
highest seen was
When it was
9.5.
unless you get a promotional rate, but
Yeah, I mean, and what was it last year? 2%.
2,
Six.
3.
5 around
Oh.
where I live.
So it's doubled. The interest has doubled as far as minimum.
yeah,
So
I'm gonna
I'm
get
not
worse.
getting a new car. Hell no.
It's gonna get far worse than you guys actually know.
Oh, I won't buy
Oh,
a new
I know.
car.
I
I
know
don't
it's
like
getting
new
worse.
cars.
I mean, we
And
see the
nobody-
writing on the wall.
Nobody,
We see it.
nobody believes me, and I'm telling them like, dude, the interest rate is almost at 8%. At 8%, you should start saving your pennies, bro. Because
Well, since
You need to start
Since-
buying gold.
since
You
automotive
start buying
companies have
gold
been,
and silver right now.
since automotive companies got bailed out, which Ford never took a bailout, but since like 2008 when everything crashed and they got bailed out,
GM and yep.
to the point they've all been bailed out a little bit because the government's gave them billions of dollars to do EV, studies and development and all that. Those car companies have made over $250 billion.
oh yeah,
Well, their workforce has fallen behind because their wages aren't keeping up with inflation. That's what this whole argument's about. But this whole argument with UAW and 3 car companies is the same argument that I think if you work for anybody, it's about throughout America.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're all falling behind.
Yeah.
It's,
All right, guys, let me
You don't have to
You
have
guys
the
have no idea.
let me blast through the comments real quick, and then we'll pick up back on this.
shotgun.
Anthony,
shotgun.
I feel lost, feel unproductive. I've caught myself going to the shop to mentor my daughter and all the new upcoming techs. Yeah, like I said, the guy that retired not too long ago, he keeps showing up. What we think is just a bullshit. Yes, online. I'm honest. I hate doing wrong wiring jobs because it can take so long to find the problem on some things.
Yeah,
Paper
definitely.
diagrams for paper diagrams. What the damn, Justin?
What?
Anthony, how old are you? Is he Top Dawn launch? Think to all same platform. Launch behind it all. So suggest launch. Now these aftermarket scan tools I'm liking. Like they're a lot faster
Like
than
my
what I use on a daily basis.
The launch, I'm a little hesitant just because they have a lawsuit from Ford or one of the big manufacturers. It's kind of like the other one that I kind of. That's
So
why
That's
I'm
just
like,
for their software.
oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah,
there's a whole thing behind all of it.
their proprietary stuff is on there and they don't like it.
I think if
Oh,
I'm right, the only one that really pays for the proprietary stuff, I don't quote me on this, but I think it's Snap-on.
Yeah.
It's
Snap-on was having big suits with them and stuff like that, so that's what they having problem with launch.
What up, Miss Carol? How you doing?
It will be paid off in 5 years. Yeah, it can get crazy until yeah, that new stuff always gets crazy. I'm on my way home now. We'll check the mail. What up, Paul P? I like my Top Don. Hopefully, I got some good stuff coming from Top Don. I know they're sending me something out.
Well,
I should be getting it soon.
All their flagship tools, Top Down, Think Tool, and Launch, their flagship scanners, they're all the same tablet.
Mhm.
They all are running off the same software. They all put their own little tweaks into it.
Yep.
They have their own pricing on what software you get with your initial purchase price. But when it comes down to it, they're all the same tool. I just know
still
Top Down
be-
is
you know-
excellent customer service.
When it comes to these two, I keep going to my cheap little one from Walmart. I don't know why. It's just something about
Bluetooth.
I plug it in, it works, it's easy, it's extremely like detailed. I can find like almost every single issue with this thing. The only thing it can't do is a lot of the like programming keys and stuff. But at least for diagnostics, this thing is the downfall. The only thing I could really say is it's so small. I keep forgetting them in the cars, so that's
What
why I
is
put
it?
the
I
tag on
almost
it.
I almost
What
forgot
is
that
it?
cable in the other day. I was like, oh shit.
What is it?
It's the HT 500. Got it from Walmart for $50.
Who's it by?
And, Repair Solutions too. It's the same one that Harbor Freight sells, except cheaper.
So it's literally
So it's
based
the
off
exact
the
same.
Innova then.
Here we go. What you talking about, Paul?
Yeah. And then this one, now I'll tell you what, this saved me because
Cool, Frank.
we were going to go pick up a truck that my son's going to buy. We're going to have another Ranger. And the guy was like, oh, it runs perfect. Well, I plugged this in, and man, the thing lit up with codes. I'm like, nah, we're not paying you what you want for this, you know. So we ended up getting it for like half price because
Now,
I mean,
all these different scanners, they all have their time and place.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
You know, you're always gonna be able to do something that another can't. You know, depending on prices and stuff.
Yeah.
I know with the launches, some of their lower end scan tools, I'm gonna say less than $1,000 scan tools, you're basically paying for your subscriptions up front, your updates. That's why they say free 2-year update or 3-year
Right.
update, because you're paying into it already. It's
yeah.
Their money's
I got
practically
1
the
year.
same scanner.
Yeah, I got 1 year in the Autel.
Yeah. And how much did you pay for it?
400.
400. Say for $100 more, you get 2-year update with launch.
I mean, I liked that it was Android, and
Yeah.
I mean, I like a lot of the features that it has, you know, and I
Well,
like
launch
that it has the remote desktop where I can hop on from my laptop and work on my laptop while it's in the car. So
The only
I mean,
problem
there's
with
things that I really
Autel,
like about it.
the only problem with the Autel, it's not their software, it's their tablets. Their tablets are junk.
That's why I like the Android. The Android's the better one.
Well, they are
So-
Androids.
Yeah, they are Android.
Well,
launch is
this
Android
one
as
is this one comes up as Samsung or something like that. It's not the same as the others. I did look at that. If you look, there's the 808S, I think it is. This 808Z, and they're basically exactly the same thing, but one's just server software, and then the 808Z says Android, but if you download some software, it was coming up on.
Well, y'all, I have to go to sleep. Y'all have a good night.
All right,
Night.
All right. Good
Have
night.
a good one.
Frosty, on this, it don't have a flywheel. They have a clutch, and all that is built into the transmission. As far as Nissan's, I don't know about all the other manufacturers, but I know Nissan is.
What happened to
all one
Ren?
They're more of a CVT transmission on almost all of them. So there's not really there's a flex plate for your starter, but that's about it. And not all of them have starters. The electric motor will start.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. When I found that out, I was like,
Is Wrenching Mafia still on?
it sounds so crazy. Because we were firing up these vehicles, and you just hear, the electric motor going, and then the engine starts. You're like, what the hell? It was kind of weird. Kind of weird to get used to.
On what?
Yeah,
On the hybrids.
I worked on a Prius with the starter, and then I worked on another Prius, and there was no starter there, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, where'd the starter go?
Yep.
But yeah, they just have like a dummy plate there for the ones that have it and the ones that don't.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Is Wrenching still on or no?
He said he'll be back in a bit.
Oh, okay.
Funk with the other night, still at work. Damn kitty, white kitty. Shut up! I can't. Ooh, you got a litter. What he is saying is the same for Chevy cars as well. So yeah, I wonder who's putting these hybrid stuffs together. Because if they're all kind of like, manufacturers just source out. They source out other manufacturers.
How many battery manufacturers are there in the world?
I heard
Where do they all come from?
4 or 5. There's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
there's 4 or 5.
Yeah, how many manufacturers have EV
It might be
vehicles?
down to 4 now, but there was 5
Look.
at one.
Back in 09, didn't Nissan have their own battery factory for the Leaf?
I have no idea.
If I'm not mistaken.
They still buy them from the same place. They just assemble them somewhere.
I'm not sure. I don't want to say yes or no, but you might be right. I'm just going based off of what I knew back then, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's crazy how. I mean, look at the airbags. Look at transmissions. Everybody's sharing transmissions. Everybody's sharing electronics.
You know what?
Yeah,
That van I just worked on. That the Chevy Express van I just worked on. I just finished it yesterday. When I was doing I did a complete AC rebuild on it, and the expansion valve that he got was an AC Delco, and it didn't fit. But the expansion valve was on the rear AC, and when I looked up in all data, it said that the rear AC was from Ford Explorer. It's like, wait, what the hell? So I looked up Identifix, and I'm like, and it comes back and says the rear AC is out of Ford Explorer. What the hell? So I Google search it. Sure enough, the rear box that's back there is out of a Ford Explorer. Well, I tried to tell the customer, and he's like, bull crap. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. He's like, where did you get this information? I'm telling you, they don't put Ford parts in there. So I walked around the front, and I showed him, I said, see this valve right here for the heater core that turns the water on and off? Now, come here. I opened the hood of the Explorer, and I said, do you see the one that's broken right there? It's the exact same water shutoff valve for my Ford Explorer that's in your Express van. It's the exact part. The heater core on the front, the heater core on the Chevy, on the Express, they were all exactly the same. I went to look for the expansion valve because he wanted to order another AC Delco for $130 online. So I went to AutoZone. They couldn't help me there. Went to O'Reilly's, and the guy is like, well, what do you want me to do? And I said, I want you to just look under Ford Explorer. We're going to go, above 2,000, below 2,000. We're going to look for this valve. And sure enough, 2004 Ford Explorer, the valve was exactly the same. So that box, what it is, the Express vans were commercial vans. They weren't for passenger. They were converted. They were sent to companies to have them converted. Those companies would buy the boxes from whoever, or they would do conversions for Ford or Dodge or Chevy or whoever. So they would just have boxes, and whatever they had laying around is what they put in and what worked. So
it's all about who partner. It's all about who partners with who during the manufacturing of that vehicle.
Yep. So those Express vans have shared parts between Ford and Chevy long before they collaborated on the 10-speed. This was 2000. It was a 2000 Express van.
When they got rid of the 10-speed.
Nissan did have their own factory, but it fell through when the EVs didn't gain as much traction back in when it came out like in 09.
Is that when the Leaf came out?
Yeah, in 09. 2009.
Prius came out in I think 06 or 05, something like that. Prius was the first.
Well, the Prius was the first hybrid. We're talking about full EV.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
I'm talking about full EV. Technically speaking, at the time, it was the only production EV vehicle in the U.S. at the time, I believe.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So
Anthony, don't forget.
Technically, in the 2000s, Nissan had the only. 2009, Nissan had the only production, functioning, electric vehicle on the market, and then that's when the Chevy Volt, I think it was, Chevy Volt and Tesla.
I thought the Volt was hybrid. I thought the Volt had electric for 50 miles, and then it switched to gas.
No, I don't know if it was a Volt or whatever it was, but it was the fully electric. And then Tesla.
Volt had two options. They had a hybrid and they had a full electric.
Okay.
There you go.
I do know. Oh, the Ford Escape. No, was it Escape or the
Escape
yeah,
had
Escape.
a hybrid.
They had a full electric Escape back in 2012, 2013. I think it was. No, it had to have been sooner than that. It was actually really reliable. What's crazy is like the ones that sold, not a single one went in for service. None of them. But nobody bought them. So it just petered out from not from like problems, but nobody purchased them. It was one of the most reliable electric vehicles.
Throughout my career at Nissan, I have not seen a hybrid vehicle come in for major work. 12-volt batteries.
They trade them in.
Maybe.
They all trade them in. It's just.
But I mean, under warranty. Yeah, but under warranty, you know, we should.
It's still a sales tactic. It's a sales tactic for the electric ones. They don't even warranty. The amount of money that Nissan or whoever has to spend on a warranty to try to get those batteries serviced, because you still have to ship in the batteries. There's, hazmat involved. There's all these different things. It's just easier to say, hey, you know what? Your car, it's about the mileage when it's going to start having problems. Why don't you maybe while we look at your car, go into the showroom and take a look at some of the new ones?
No, but I'm saying we haven't.
They never sold that
in there for that.
We
still have to diagnose them. Wow.
Well, no, it's a sales tactic. They pretend like they're diagnosing them, and then they just say, hey,
pretend.
I don't think so, because
that's the way they were. One of the dealerships in Albuquerque was doing that. They would tell you, hey, why don't we take a look at your vehicle? While they're looking at it, I'm going to show you the new ones. And then when they were over at the sales floor, they would talk them into just buying new ones instead of having it repaired.
That pisses me off when I am halfway into diagnosing a vehicle and then the salesman comes back there.
Dude.
Well, they would never even take them back. They weren't even looking at the car. They were actually just pulling them around the back, just letting them sit there, and then they would just talk them into selling it. They never diagnosed them. They never tried to do repair. Nothing. They were actually just.
We still run them through the shop. That's why I'm saying I haven't seen.
They never sold that many of those.
The Ultima hybrids were very reliable. In fact, the reason why I say that is because I actually worked on a high mileage Ultima hybrid and a Celebrity.
I haven't worked on any of the Nissan hybrids. Now I think about it.
Yeah, they were very reliable. I mean, they were pretty much Toyotas. I guess the hybrid system was Toyota.
I worked on Toyotas.
But a Celebrity brought one in, and it was high mileage, and he didn't want to sell it. He was like, "This thing's so reliable, I don't want to sell it."
I can understand that.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say who it is.
Like Ford, I never have worked on a
Am I allowed to say
Ford other than what I've owned. Now the Fusions have a problem with the CVT, the clutch, giving them issues, and so they just do transmission swaps on them.
On what?
But the Fusion hybrids.
Oh, okay.
There's a problem with it where trying to switch between the electric motor and the engine, that clutch will give it problems, and so they just replace the transmission on those.
Got it.
But really, other than that, those Fusions are extremely reliable. The only ones that I see a lot of it are the Prius.
That clutch issue, is it a dry clutch? Like a conventional?
I haven't seen one. I've heard of it, but I personally have never had to work on one.
Okay.
One of my kids has one. His is flawless. My other son had one. His started, but I mean, he had very high mileage on it. And he decided to go to a Honda because he heard somebody, the family was real big on Hondas, and so he's like, well, I'm going to trade the Ford for Honda because Hondas are more reliable, and that wasn't true.
That's
So,
surprising that Honda has not had too much good luck with their hybrids.
Honda in general just seems like they've fallen off, man. I've been working on so many of them, which is BS crap. I mean,
I disagree. I think the one that's fallen off is Toyota.
Both
Yeah,
of them.
Toyota's falling off big time.
Yeah, but Toyota's really falling off. I mean,
I'm tired of the timing change.
You know why they're falling off? Because
why?
When you say the big three, it's actually Toyota, General Motors, Ford. Chrysler Stellantis is not in the big three anymore.
Exactly.
Toyota is that big now. They produce that many vehicles that now they have outsourcing issues.
Those timing chains are garbage, and I'm tired of, when I hear one fire up and I can hear the rattling in the front of the engine, and I'm like, hey, you need a timing chain on this. Oh, no, you don't need timing chains. They're lifetime. They last forever. This is a Toyota. Just change the
lifetime
oil.
of the car.
No, Toyota
coming out of your
had
oil.
to start outsourcing because they got too big. They started making too many cars. They got too popular. They're one of the big three, and they're running into the same problems the big three have.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't like Toyota at all. I don't like Honda. Honda, to me, seems like they're engineered, but forget to work with the mechanics. And
that's everybody.
It doesn't get built like they engineer it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but Honda to me just seems like it's not lasting.
Really?
No, Honda.
I mean, they're fine for 100,000. You get over 100,000 and they're garbage.
No,
so the engineer. This is something I heard. I heard that we give engineers shit, right? But the engineers will tell the manufacturers use this and this and this, and then the manufacturer goes, well, can we make it a little cheaper? Well, we can. Okay, let's make it cheaper.
It's the attorneys and the budget and all that crap. So the Toyota doesn't even bother with that. The Toyota Yaris is a Mazda. The BRZ or the FRS is the GR86. It's a Subaru. The Supra is a BMW. I mean, and the Supra got outed the most. Which one? I mean, it's pretty much all Subaru. I mean, what part of it is Toyota? That Yaris is just completely Mazda as well. And then I don't know. I think what's left of their full on Toyotas, but I don't know. It's kind of disappointing. And they say they want to be the best. It's like if somebody else does your homework and you claim to be the best, I'm like, dude.
Everybody wants to be the best until you're the best.
Yeah, honestly. But
Anthony, what magic smoke you talking about, brother?
If you've ever smelt it, Yeah, it's nasty. Those motors are soaked in oil, and
okay, I know.
Comes out, so does the oil.
I convinced my coworker to buy a Matco Impact at a pawn shop. Damn, was it pneumatic or electric? Thanks, Frank. What's y'all's opinion? Oh, okay, we covered that.
You know what's which car manufacturer I have really no complaints about as far as like quality?
Nissan.
Surprisingly not. No, Mazda.
Dude, they're coming up.
Mazda. I mean, when do you hear about Mazda's breaking down?
It was there for a while, but actually, I can't say too much. But
other than obviously the rotary. Okay, I know that one. But
no.
I'm talking about even just recently. I mean, you look at Mazda and you're like, wait, they're pretty fucking solid.
2017, 18, and up. Yes, they have their issues.
Yeah,
as every manufacturer does, but they're making a step forward. That's for sure.
I'm like,
they're huge in China. They're not big here. This is just extra.
The top of the charts when it comes to
I would choose a Mazda over a Toyota, to be honest.
Easy.
Oh, whoa. Let's not go that far.
If I had to choose, if I only had those two choices, Toyota or Mazda, I'd go Mazda.
I still associate Mazda with Ford, so you know.
Well, I mean, you know, they
It's a lot
didn't make
better
the
than
rotary.
having
Ford
a
didn't make the rotary.
maxi pad
I
in your
know,
car.
I know. Hey, a maxi pad gets me places.
But yeah, I still always buy
So
Nissan.
does a bike.
Not as
So does
fast. I hate to see how it will
More
affect on
reliably.
getting parts to repair these vehicles. Oof. 20
Well,
in AZ 5 years ago was good, not anymore. Not here in Texas either. $20.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm
20 is
assuming
good
this is the
anywhere
whole minimum
anymore.
wage.
So
Anywhere in the
okay,
country, I don't think 20 is good.
Yeah.
you guys were talking about
LPO
like,
times. What,
you
John?
guys were talking about hourly, like what's the minimum wage?
Yeah.
You know, here in Oklahoma, it's $7.25. What's crazy is in Las Cruces, the average middle class income is roughly $12,000 a year.
Oh my.
But yet minimum wage, they raised it to $12 an hour in a town that you can get from one end to the other in about 15 minutes. So, you know, what I can't figure out is when you have apartments that are renting for $500, why do you need to make 20 an hour? That doesn't make sense to me. You
So
know,
in the economy like that.
I've never heard of
exactly.
$500 a month apartment rent. That was like 20 years ago.
Even here, it's like 800. I mean, so you can
Here's
get it.
about
You
1,500 for a
can.
fucking single bedroom, 17 for a 2-bedroom apartment.
So 2 years ago, now the house that we're in, I mean, it's huge. Okay, it's, I mean, really big, and you could find these houses 2 years ago for 1,000 a month, 800 a month. Now, in just the last few months, thanks to, you know, this administration, I'll just leave it at that. It's gone up to 1,800 a month. So, I mean, the apartments, you know, were anywhere from 500 to 800. But I mean, you could still find some houses in certain areas around here for the 500, but you got to go outside the main city. So it's not
I
bad.
wouldn't want to see what a $500 a month.
What do you
place
call
is.
huge, though? What do you call really big?
So let's just say we had to put 2 couches together to put in the living room because one couch looked horrible. It was
How
one of
many
those.
square feet?
No, give me square footage.
I don't know the exact square footage, or I would tell you.
Guess
I know we fit 30 to about 30 people for our Sunday groups comfortably, just in the living room and the kitchen, and that's not including everything that's upstairs. I mean, you've got 5 people living upstairs comfortably. The loft is huge upstairs. The loft is about as big as 2 full like master bedrooms. The garage is pretty big. I mean, it's actually pretty big. And then you've got the green belts, you got the pools, you got the little park areas, you've got, I mean, this is a nice area.
That's how you sell yourself to your girlfriend. It's pretty big.
Don't have to. And I'm married, happily married.
You're married. You're married.
Yep.
That's how you sold yourself. It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
But then he proved it.
I just
You
fucking
didn't have to say it. He just showed it.
There's a reason we've been
biggest thing I
married
hate
since high school
There you go.
and have 4 kids.
Hey,
All right, guys.
congrats.
Hey, I got 3 side jobs tomorrow. I gotta get up,
I gotta fix.
Damn,
I gotta
3
do.
side jobs.
and I went bowling earlier, and I thinking my foot stepped over the line. Oh my gosh, bro! I tweaked my back. I fell flat on
You
my
can't
butt,
do that.
bro.
And you got them
Never
side
cross the line.
Legs, if I ever make it up out there, we're gonna go bowling, bro.
Yeah.
I'll take my balls with me.
Oh God.
All right,
All right,
guys.
Legs, you have a good night.
Y'all have a good
Later,
night.
Legs.
Appreciate the donation.
All right,
That's
brother.
a guaranteed strike. Two Mexican balls rolling down the alley at the same time.
Boom. Sounds like a good time.
All right, let me hit these comments, guys, and then I want to
Shotgun
shut
those
down here
comments.
pretty soon. Biggest thing I hate about dealers is warranty time. Yep, warranty times.
Oh yes.
LPO times. I don't know what that is.
Ooh,
Worst thing is warranty time for sure. Definitely.
agreed.
I mean, In-N-Out pays like 19 starting, and they're cheaper than dude.
Yeah, In-N-Out's always been good though.
Warranty wait or
Chick-fil-A does too.
minimum wage in Connecticut $15. Dude, y'all killing us with that. They've
Democratic
always
states.
been paying higher than other fast food places.
Yep, I agree.
It's more than that in LA. Carl's is $17 for a combo. Carl's
Oh
Jr.
my man.
I want Carl's.
You mean Earls? You mean Earls?
Sergio, the kids at In-N-Out work their asses off. They deserve it.
I agree.
A double
That's
with
true,
fries.
actually.
And
they're
drink
always
is like
happy.
$10.
Ooh, Fluff, if you ever come out here, I have to take you to Cali In-N-Out, bro. You still haven't
They
had
got
it.
Whataburger out there?
Of course they don't have Whataburger.
Damn.
No, you guys need to try Lotta Burger.
Nah.
What a burger.
Fluff.
We got a
Whataburger.
I have to
Lotta.
show you how to order In-N-Out, okay? I have to show you how to order. Did you ever get the one that I told you?
No, because I heard it had onions in it.
Take the onions off.
No, I'll tell you one thing. No In-N-Out burger ever comes with onions unless you say you want it with onions.
Well, I heard that the sauce, the animal style sauce.
No. The Thousand Islands? No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Who told you that?
Well, then I was misled.
No. The hell? And the Thousand Islands,
Right back.
you can obviously
All right.
order without the Thousand Islands. But
Doc is food, say.
What did he say?
No idea.
I think it
Yep.
has tiny pieces of what do you call it? It might have like tiny
Onion.
no, not onion. Radish?
Oh, okay.
Tiny pieces of radish. That's what it has. Tiny. But they In-N-Out does not, and I repeat, they do not put onions on your burger unless you ask for onions on your burger. In fact, when I go to In-N-Out, I ask for onions on my burger because I like onions.
Frosty, I think anybody is better than McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's is just quick. Sometimes we're like, hey, you know what? Nuggets real quick. It's right around the corner. Yeah.
Which
I only get
stay open
for my
late.
daughters.
in AZ, McDonald's is actually pretty good. And here, McDonald's is one of them is actually pretty good. A couple of the others are just nah.
Yeah,
Interest on my truck is 1.99.
That was before they doubled it.
Yes.
You
No, you
gotta
want to
get
know the interest rate on my one of my cars?
What's that?
0.9.
Oh, you lucky. Yeah. I leased my truck just before the interest hike. Got 2.0 for it. Damn. I'm paying 5. That was before, but my credit. Kind of love wiring problems, at least for GM.
I did when I worked for Sprint.
Good night,
I
peeps.
don't.
Have fishing trip tomorrow morning.
I
Hope
really
have
don't
a
see a
great
lot
weekend.
of wiring issues when it comes to Nissan.
Good night,
If it's a
Anthony.
wiring issue,
No, actually,
if it's a wiring issue, it's normally under warranty, and it's normally because the factory didn't seat the plug-in correctly.
or a rat.
Usually.
We have a
Or
lot
a
of
rat.
animals here.
Yeah.
We have the amount of animals we have here. Holy
All right,
crap!
Anthony, you have a good night. All right, keep going, John.
Oh no, I was just saying. I mean, the only thing on Nissan really for wiring is just animals. I mean, I've
Yeah.
never seen the amount of animals like what we have here. It's unbelievable.
What do y'all got? Bunnies and squirrels and
Dude,
jackrabbits?
the bunnies are the
Armadillos
worst.
and turtles, and I mean, the other day I was working on a vehicle and a turtle was just cruising on down the street. I'm like, what the hell?
No, but for
Did he-
car-related issues.
Dude, the
Oh,
bunnies
I
are
mean,
the
so-
worst when it comes to that.
The worst is the red hornets. The red hornets mess up everything, and they'll clog up mass airflows or whatever with their mud that
Red
they
hornets?
use. And those things are crazy. They hurt.
The red hornets?
Yeah, those things hurt like hell when they
dirt.
sting.
They get all the way to the MAF? They get past the filter?
Oh, they go everywhere. That van I just worked out, man. I'm gonna have to get those videos posted. the amount of infestation that van had, it was unbelievable. They
That's
were
crazy.
everywhere.
Mhm.
I wouldn't think they'd get into the
Shut
map,
up,
but
you
I
just
mean,
wanted to say hi. Hello.
They
Going in
they
after
tear up
somebody else's
the
project. No, it's not.
the
Not Anthony.
filter on the the filter paper. They just tear
Are
it
they?
up
Sorry?
and then get in there.
I disagree. GM wiring diagrams look weird to me.
Turn it upside
The
down.
Nissan
Yeah.
ones, the Nissan ones, the updated Nissan ones to me
Like-
are like the best.
Why use a pitchfork
like
as
that.
ground? I don't understand it. It just
I didn't like Dodgers. I don't know.
Yeah,
Dodgers
it's
actually
about
pretty
it.
simple though.
Shop.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dodge and
Finish
simple.
up. Night. Have a good night, Justin. What's up, Frosty? Yeah, that's good to hear. Well, Frosty. Yes, I'm getting to touch some hybrids now too. Oh, wow. Mostly feel like an electrician. Hey, that's what it is about on modern vehicles. Mitsubishi
That's
uses
one of the things
Hitachi
I was
batteries.
wondering about. He said earlier that the
Who?
Prius that he would just remove the 12 volt and then wait for it to come down and then release the high voltage.
No, that
The
was on
diagram-
the. That wasn't on Prius. That was on something else.
Oh, I thought it was because on the Prius it says you have to actually do the opposite. You release the high voltage first, and you have to monitor it at the inverter, and
Hey,
then you pull the 12 volt.
Does Toyota have a full electric vehicle?
I don't know.
I don't
If
think
they,
that's just-
if
that-
they do,
I-
it'd probably
right
be a
when you were talking
Camry
about
or
that-
Corolla. Probably
Right
be the
as you
Camry.
talked about that, I realized I was like, they don't have a full EV vehicle.
So, John, that's crazy. That's a little crazy. Because I know with Nissan, you have to. The 12 volt battery is in conjunction with the EV system, with the high voltage system. So that 12 volts.
The Prius is
can-
independent. They're totally completely independent of each other on the Prius. If their 12 volt dies, you're screwed. You have nothing. Your key won't
Yeah,
work.
same.
Nothing works.
Same.
But you can have your high voltage.
Because the high voltage power or it's supposed to keep the battery charged and stuff like that. And of course,
The
your
Prius,
12
it
volt,
was too-
your 12 volt battery powers up ignition
Yeah,
relays, and
That's how the
you know,
Nissan Altima works.
that's how they work.
It's Toyota.
So if your 12 volt battery is still connected, that's going to keep your high voltage system awake. So that's why we disconnect
know.
12 volt first, and then we don't wait for it to die down. We disconnect all voltage. So we'll disconnect the 12 volt,
Take
right?
out the
Because
switch.
that will not allow anything to wake up as far as the 12 volt system. Then we take the service plug out. Now the whole point of us waiting is for the capacitors to
exactly
release.
Yeah, see, that's why on the Prius you have to monitor it at the inverter. You
Same.
actually have to pull the cap and you have to put
Same.
your high voltage meter on there, and then you pull that, grenade pin in the back, and you just got to watch it drain. But the 12 volt is independent, and I know that because we were having problems with the battery on the one that I was working on. The 12 volt has nothing to do with the main pack. The main pack has nothing to do with the 12 volt. They're not interchangeable. They're
But
not
how
the
would it
same.
charge
They're
it then?
charged different.
Yeah, how does it charge?
Off
If it's not related at all, how would it charge?
Off the motor. The
So
motor
wait,
is
it
also
has an
your regen.
alternator?
The motor's part alternator too. So your motor has your 12 volt side.
So
that
not the
charges
engine.
12
You're
volt
talking about the
battery.
motor, the electric motor.
The electric motor on the Prius has a 12 volt output for the 12 volt side. Then you have your high voltage side on there that charges your main pack, the big hybrid pack. So there's two different outputs on there, and they're not related. You actually have, and if you look on the inverter on the top, you'll see the one that goes for you have the 12 volt side and you have your high voltage side. You have to monitor both sides to make sure both discharge.
So But where does the motor get its? So okay, so you're saying
When the
that
engine
the
starts,
engine starts, and it drives the motor, and the motor charges the 12-volt battery, but the engine charges the hybrid system.
Mhm.
It's
No, I think he's saying the generator has its high voltage output, and then it's gotta have
it's always
it's gotta
connected to
have
the
an
motor.
inverter in
so
there somewhere.
yeah, I
To
know, but how does the
knock
motor
down
The
charge the
electric
battery
motor
if it's not
turns off
connected
of
to some kind of? If it's so, I don't know. I just don't
so the
see how it's
electric
just.
motor.
Mhm.
When the engine is running, it spins the electric motor to charge your 12-volt side and to charge the batteries in the back. When the engine shuts off and disconnects, you have your 12-volt that doesn't run everything. The 12-volt only runs like your dashes and your ECU and just some of the basic stuff. Doesn't run a lot of everything. Your high voltage runs everything else.
No, I know it doesn't
So
run anything else, but it charges it, or else your battery would only start up like 15 times, and then it would just die out
that 12-volt side lasts a really long time,
because it gets
but it
charged.
is independent. As
Let
long
me
as
ask you this,
as long
John.
as the wheels are turning, your 12-volt is being
What if
charged.
you're just in ready mode and nothing is turning?
When the batteries start to discharge, the motor will turn on.
The
So if
engine.
you're just in ready mode, the engine will cycle and it'll charge up the batteries when needed, and then when it doesn't, it shuts off.
So
Okay,
when the
'cause-
engine's not running, when it shuts off the engine, the 12-volt is not charging.
Correct.
okay, Nissan's different.
Yeah.
It'll charge the battery. It'll charge the 12-volt battery if both engine and EV motor is
Now,
off.
the early Prius, I think they actually had 3 batteries in it, if I remember correctly. They had like that little motorcycle battery that was up front,
All right, good night.
and then they had another 12-volt, and they had their big pack. That one was different. The only thing I ever did with that one was replace cells on the battery, and that's the one that's still running. And I think that's like a 2005 or 2006. I mean, that thing needs a paint job bad. It needs a paint job more than it needs batteries.
Caesar, I see
And
you, my boy. Don't mess with McDonald's hot and spicy.
The how to repair. I have fixed a lot of Hondas,
Yeah.
mostly AC.
Mostly AC.
Yeah, they're
compressors or
ACs and
what?
power steering
explode.
pumps.
Yeah, they explode.
Oh, the
Yep.
power. Didn't they have a recall on power steering?
Power
On
steering,
what?
or
Probably
the
because
AC
that's all
compressor?
I ever changed.
On what?
On
I've
like
never
the
opened the
mid
hood of a Honda
2000s Hondas.
I've never opened a
Looking for
Honda
electrical
without
side
the
of
pump
things.
leaking.
Yeah,
I never have.
electrical is a little bit challenging, but you know, I like
Yeah,
it.
John, that's interesting how the Prius in comparison to Nissan hybrids, I should say.
The
Yeah.
Prius
I
is
mean,
easy.
of course, they're all gonna have their differences.
Yeah.
They have similarities, but they have their differences. So
The
I
Prius-
can't
The Prius
I
is an
can't-
easy vehicle to work on.
I can't discuss something that I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
They have electric water pumps. They've got the AC compressors are electric.
Same. On one of our vehicles, we have actually just a harmonic balancer. That's all it is a harmonic balancer.
Yeah, that's the way that the Prius is.
Which one?
Just a harmonic balancer, and that's it.
I forgot to tell you, Fluff.
What's up?
We had a full-blown training session on our Robinair 1234YF machine.
Okay.
And you know what they told us?
That is junk.
Don't ever. Well, they didn't say it's junk. Of course, they're proud of it.
Yeah.
They said
wouldn't
don't ever pay attention to what you supposedly recovered. And I busted his balls about it, tried to get an answer out of him.
Oh my
And I
God.
could not get an answer out of him. Why is it I could shoot
A pound.
a pound in? I don't get a pound out.
You get 7/10 back or 8/10.
He told me don't pay
Yeah, I got
attention to what recovered.
I got an
The
AC
only
question.
time I care about that is when I'm pulling a third of a pound out. Then I'm like, okay, wait, hold on.
You
That's a
told me
little
don't pay attention what you pulled out.
How do you know?
How do we
if
know
like-
how much
I'm
to
like,
put
That's
in?
bullshit. I said like,
Exactly.
that's bullshit.
I've always paid attention.
Yeah,
What do you,
it's like,
so
hey, don't pay attention. He's like, you could drive, but don't pay attention to the road, okay? All right.
Basically, that's what he
Have any-
said. He said,
Have
have any
just
of you
know
done
the system's
frostbite?
empty. The system is
frostbite?
empty at that point.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
pay
Frostbite?
attention.
So the tip of his fingers jacked up because I need, so that van I was working on, the customer wanted to supply everything. I told him I needed that little like vial of the dye for the AC system. Instead, he brought me this thing. I hate these things more than anything. There's not a single one of these that has ever worked correctly. And I didn't realize that it was spraying my finger. And I guess my fingertip went numb before I could feel it. And so now it's all jacked. It's actually white. You can't see it on the camera, I don't think. But the tip is white. Like killed it.
No, you'll be
I
all right.
hate-
That's how you get rid of warts.
I don't have a wart there though.
No, but
You don't have anything there at
Oh,
all.
my cheat day starts in an
As
hour.
as
and
long
a
as it
half.
don't turn black, you're good.
You
Now it's white
spray
right now.
You spray that shit below your belt line. You won't have any warts.
In our
I gotta
future,
wait.
30 years from now, hybrids are one thing, but full EV are planned obsolescence. You'll have to
So-
upgrade them. Yeah.
When they
Oh,
realized
Yes, Chief. Yes.
Maui opened up a lot of eyes because
Who?
what do you in Florida? What do you do with an electric car when you have to evacuate because of a hurricane or a fire, and all of a sudden you have no charging? You can't just get a 5-minute charge and drive 200 miles. So there's a lot of people now that are waking up to the fact that there's something's got to be done. And when they power off because hurricanes or fire, then you have to charge to even plan to get out.
Mhm.
So
I
You know,
said
Hybrid.
I said previously before we are far out on going full EV.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not going to happen. I mean, they can
We're 20
they
years
can-
away at least. We're 20 years away at least on the full EV.
they
And that
can do
sucks
like
for
a
car companies because they
50%.
put so much investment in EV technology.
Break all the time. So,
I don't think they're going to sell these EVs like they think they're going to sell
really,
them.
Jerome, do you work for Mazda? You and Mazda Tech?
I just feel bad for the car companies. I think they spend a lot of money on something that's not going to sell that good initially.
You,
You
guys need
think
to pay attention to it.
You think maybe the quality of vehicles have gone down because there's so much R&D into green?
Yes.
I have a
Too many-
Mazda that's been
Everything's a
reliable.
scare right now.
reliable.
Nobody knows
Yep.
what to do because do you make it? Do you not make it? Do you make it? Do you not make it? And then if these, manufacture 10 million electric motors and then all of a sudden it doesn't go through, what do you do with all those motors?
There's too
You
many
know,
public opinions about it.
Yeah.
There's not enough. The wrong people have a say in the automotive industry. That's just all I'll
and
say.
why the Karens are not at
Nice
work,
way to say it,
so they're
Chris.
the ones that are the loudest. The rest of the people, the problem is they're at
All right, DLC.
work and they don't pay
Thank you. Have a
attention
good
to
one.
what's going on. Like right now, I haven't heard a single one of you guys talk
Water
about
bracelet.
what's going to happen in the next couple of years. It's going to destroy all of this. And I mean, people don't realize what's coming. And
No, we do. We do.
no, I don't. Have you
Gotta
paid
deal with
attention to bricks?
Hmm?
Have you paid
Wait,
attention to bricks?
Bricks?
Yes.
What about them?
So you think bricks are like cinder blocks or the red bricks, right? See, nobody here has really paid attention to what's going on with bricks. Bricks is Britain, Russia, India, China, and South Korea, and I think there's a couple other countries. They're now they have officially signed the treaty and the documents in the Constitution for a new currency, that they're going to be a currency backed by gold or by precious
yeah.
metals,
They already
just
lost
like
that.
we were here.
That's already a done deal. They already screwed that
Yes,
up.
that's a done deal. But what people aren't paying attention to is what that leads to. Right now, the U.S. dollar is the controlling
It still will be.
factor for the entire
Like I
world.
said, when it
Oil.
failed,
What
it
is
failed.
oil based off of? The U.S. dollar.
Yes,
When you
it all
have a
failed.
stable currency, that in the U.S.'s inflation is out of control, and they can show, look, the U.S. is unstable. We need the oil to be based off of a stable currency in an area that's actually producing oil. The U.S. is not producing oil right now. So what's
Yeah,
going
we
to
are.
happen? They're going to remove the U.S. currency from the oil. What does that
We're
do
pretty-
for the financial system in the United States?
No, we are still holding strong. We're still producing oil.
No, we're not. We're not even remotely strong. We're
We're
not even.
producing
The
oil.
thing, you guys don't realize
We're
how close we
producing
are
oil. We're just
to.
not producing enough oil. We could be producing more oil.
How much oil are we exporting? What's
I
our
don't know
oil
how much
reserves
we're
right now?
exporting. I know that we're still producing a shit ton of oil.
How much are we exporting though? No one
Well,
in the world is dependent on the U.S. for oil.
Exports all has to do with trade agreements.
Okay, so why doesn't anybody have a trade agreement with the U.S. for oil?
Because the administration that's in office right now doesn't want that.
Exactly. We're not selling oil. So right now, nobody could care less about what are we.
Oh no, we
what
did sell
goods-
oil. We sold a bunch of
What
reserves out
goods
to
is the
China.
U.S. selling other countries?
We
All
sold a
we
shit
have
ton
that we're
of our
selling other.
reserves to China.
No, but I mean, what goods? What does another country need the U.S. for? Well, China needs rice from us. That's one thing. But China owns the fields in the U.S. So technically, China doesn't need anything from the U.S. other than a passageway to get their rice to the ships and get it on the way. There's no one in the world that really truly needs anything that we have to offer because our prices are high. Our money is not worth as much as it used to be, and you can get oil from anywhere else in the world for cheaper. They change the oil to BRICS bucks, then they can say, hey, Russia's part of all of it. Russia can decide, you know what, we're going to put the value
on the whole thing.
$50 a barrel,
Oil still
whereas the
traded
U.S.
on
is
the US
$80
dollar. The oil is still
right
today
now.
traded on the US dollar. They failed
Right.
on the attempt to break that.
But what is going to happen when
Oh,
BRICS
what up,
launches?
Zach? Good to see you in here,
That's
brother.
what people aren't paying attention to. We've got to.
Hey,
People have
Fluff.
got to wake up and
Yo.
pay attention to this.
Sergio
and make
just
sure
took a
it
low
doesn't
blow
happen.
at you right now.
I know.
Thank you,
I see
Pat.
the Mexican food thing.
I
I
need,
as long as my mom is Mexican and she's making food, it's real Mexican food.
we ain't got Mexican food here, man. It is. Don't
Taco
ever
Bell?
believe when somebody says, "Oh, they're
Okay.
it's a New
we
Mexican
got
owned
great
and
Mexican
operated
food
restaurant."
I got great
Hey,
Mexican
Shop
food here.
Cat. It's pickles. Okay, so it's not. Wait,
Oh,
what
pickles.
did you say?
I said
You
radish.
said it was radish. Ain't
Yeah,
that?
I thought it was radish. I know it was something green.
Yeah. Don't
Radish
mess with me.
But
bro.
it is super tiny
Caesar, my
pieces.
boy. GM is easy.
Radishes
What was
are
that, Chris?
I did, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Hello, Flo. Good to see you, my friend. Sorry. Hey, brother, you're good. I was MIA too.
Oh, man.
OTS Brazil,
What up,
not Brazil,
Zach?
Muppet. What you talking
At
about?
midnight, I could start my cheat day.
I'm up in Canada and the road a bad, so the cast aluminum top plate just cracked. Oh shit. Oh, is that because of all the y'all use salt up there? Oh shit, I made it good seeing everyone again. Man, I hope everyone's doing well. I can speak for myself. I'm doing good. Doing good. What's going on, Shop Cat? Yeah, but I'm gonna have to shut the stream down. Sorry for the guys that just came in. It's the potholes. But I have to work tomorrow, and it is damn near 1 o'clock. I'm gonna have to shut the stream down. members. I think Mike lost his membership. He turned midnight, and I think his membership was up. So make sure y'all re-up y'all's memberships. Friday we will be doing a member giveaway.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Everybody, yeah. It's that time. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Chat. Panel. Thank y'all for coming on. And if y'all want to sit, chit chat, I'll give y'all about 25 minutes in the backstage.
Yo, backstage.
Yeah, y'all have a good night. All right. Shannon, Shopcat, anybody else who's in here, Zach. Y'all have a good night. Good weekend.
This is like we get to experience like what Kid Rock gets to experience before he comes out on stage. That's what backstage is like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, guys.
We don't have any hookers here, but
hey, I'm good with that.
Who says I don't?
Oh,
you're
married. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by